Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coal Miners Memorial Stadium and Needham Sailor Field for tonight's matchup featuring the South Laurel Cardinals facing off against your Harlan County Black Bears. I'm Mark Lawson. Along with me tonight, we have a good guy, Cameron Carmichael. Cam, it's good to have you here with me.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's been a while since I've been to a game here, but you know, I've loved this community and this school and this sports program for a long time, so I'm happy to be back.
And now you're a part of it, right? You're first year teaching. You're teaching some upper class math classes. How's that going so far?
It's going really well. I'm enjoying it. Obviously, there's a learning curve. I mean, I didn't go to school to be a teacher, but I love being around the kids and being around the faculty and staff there, and everybody's treating me really well. So I'm really enjoying it. And unlike most people, I do enjoy some math every now and then. So, I mean, I'm enjoying getting to do that a little bit again.
It's one of the things my kids always ask me. They're like, do you just, love this or something? I don't love it. I like it. Yeah. I'm good at it, but I don't know that I love it.
Right.
But we're glad to have you on board. You're actually going to be helping coach the boys' basketball team, correct?
Yeah, and that's something that I've always thought in the back of my head that I may come around to. I came home, I guess it was about March when we finished up our season at Campbellsville, and I immediately started working kids out. And I coached a 7th grade AAU team here locally. And it's something that I really fell in love with, right off the bat. I really enjoyed it.
I think it'll be something that'll help those kids in the long stretch as well because, you've got that experience where you played not only all 4 years of high school, you played in college as well. So you kind of know what to tell them to expect if they do want to go to the next level.
Exactly, and that's something that I was blessed to do, and I'm happy. I'm more than happy to give it back and try to help other kids do the same thing if that's something they want to do. That's
awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you along with me here tonight, and although we're normally two basketball guys, we're going to be calling a little football here tonight.
Yeah, I don't claim to be a football expert. I'm a fan. I'm a Steelers fan, so I watch it here and there. But I'm excited to be in this position. It's something new.
I always tell people, I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. I know a little bit about everything and not enough of one thing. Yeah. That's my problem. So I kind of get myself in positions, and they were like, hey, you're going to call some football games? Let's do it. Yeah. I don't mind. I can do play-by-play all night. It's sometimes some of the formations and stuff I'm going to get wrong, folks, so you're just going to have to bear with me. That's part of the process. But I'm excited to watch these Harlan County Black Bears here. Just a few nights ago, we had a little Meet the Black Bears. We got to see the players. They scrimmaged a little bit. We got to see a little bit of their offense is looking a little bit different than what we're normally accustomed to because you're accustomed to mountain football being smash mouth, one in the trenches.
Yep.
And the beautiful thing is, Harlan County, a lot of their linemen have returned. We lost Big E last year, so that kind of hurt. We lost Ethan Shepard. And it's just one of those situations, though, where the core, you had several of those big guys coming back on the line. You got Isaiah Downs. You got Jacob Shoemaker. You got Will Cassom. Connor Blevins. I mean, that's a huge front. And if you got a big line, it can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've known a lot of these kids for a long time, so it's cool getting to come back and see them and see how much they've grown and then getting to see them perform at this level. So I'm really excited to see a lot of those kids play tonight.
And, I talked to a lot of these players just in passing, just talking to them. Some of the football players, I was tutoring them over the summer, just trying to help them get ready for the ACT again. And, because they've been out so long, I was asking them, so how's practice going? How's everything going? And they were like, we're loving it this year. Said it's just we got a different feel. He said we're trying some new things. He said, I don't know. He said, I'm having a good time. So I was like, I'm glad to hear that, because that's what you want to hear. If you got that kind of positivity coming from your players, it can reflect out on the field.
That's exactly right, and that goes for any sport. I mean, anytime you're playing in a system that you enjoy around people that you enjoy being around, you're going to be more motivated to be there. So that's an awesome thing to hear.
It's one of those things in anything in life. You got to be 100% in, or you're just hurting the team. That's a talk I've even had with my daughter. She was thinking about playing high school basketball, and I was just like, if you want to play, you got to be 100% in.
Yep.
And I said, if you're having doubts, find you something else that that you want to do 100% and go all in with it. And that's one thing I love to hear from the players when they have that positivity. I'm hoping it will reflect on the field. I told them, I said, I think we're going to surprise some folks this year.
Yep.
I think we're going to be a lot better than that 2-10 record that we had last year. So I'm anxious to get started here tonight. I actually got a couple days ago, it was kind of the cool in the morning, and I was getting that fall feel. It's like, I don't know, this is like where sports kicks off because we go straight from football to basketball, and I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's the best time of the year.
I enjoy watching these kids perform out here, but Well, with that, we're going to take you to the station for a commercial break, and we'll come back and kind of go over the two teams that are going to be playing. And we're going to also go on in and look at some of the other matchups that are going to be coming to you from across the region and maybe even farther. I don't know. I'll just see what I can find out there. But we'll be back in just a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank, with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. First matchup of the season. South Laurel coming into town to face off against your Harlan County Black Bears. So let's look a little bit at the two teams that are going to be playing here tonight. You know, when you look at these two teams on paper, last year didn't really go well for either team. You know, South Laurel, they I think they won one game on the season last year. Harlan County only came away with 2 wins on the season. One of those was against South Laurel here at home. So you're kind of looking to see how these teams have changed from one year to the next. Because, you know, Harlan County last year, they were pretty much young. They had a lot of youth out there. You know, we did lose some big pieces. We lost DeMarco Hopkins, heck of a running back, athlete, moved on to Jacksonville State down there in Alabama. I'm looking for big things from him down there. We also lost some linemen, like I mentioned. But some of those key components are back for Harlan County. You flip it over and you look at South Laurel. You know, I was looking at some of their stats from last year, and, you know, the quarterback, they had a freshman quarterback last year who was absolutely sensational. His name was Landry Collett, but he decided to transfer to Leslie County, and Landry Collett is now at Leslie County as a sophomore. He's going to be playing over there. It's kind of interesting. His dad actually was a wide receiver at Leslie County for a year during the same time Tim Couch was there. So it's kind of like in his blood to go back to Leslie County. Yeah. And so I'm looking to see how that's going to affect South Laurel, because they did have another quarterback who played some last year, and he's the one that is stepping in as their starting quarterback. And I'm trying to look through all my papers here. I do believe, trying to look at where he's at on here, I believe it was Jimmy Mitchell, number 22, was the other quarterback that played quite a few possessions for them last year at quarterback. But all of our key components, besides DeMarco and a couple of linemen, they're pretty much back. You know, we lost Zach Potter on defense. He was a big defensive player. But we've had other players filling in those roles. And, you know, when they were doing that scrimmage the other night, and I was watching them play, it looks like we have a lot of speed. Looks like we have several players that can just, if they get a block and they can get outside, they're going to take off. It's just one of those things, and it's kind of interesting to watch. I mean, you look at some of those players like Thomas Jordan, Luke Kelly, even James Ryan Howard. You got there's so many of those players. Jace Brown, a freshman this year, he came up. The kid's got some wheels on him. Everybody's familiar with the Brown name.
Yep.
He's had brothers that had that speed as well. So everyone's familiar with that. And you've got several of those players that are key players. And, of course, the one I forgot to mention is Jonah Swanner. Kid's just an athlete.
Yep.
He plays basketball for you guys. He also does this. He plays baseball. He's kind of he's like the Bo Jackson of the high school, because he plays about everything and he does well at it.
Yeah,
he's
a special athlete. He's got great instincts, and you can see that in any sport that he plays. And I mean, you got a kid that can pick up a sport and play it and be good at it. That's a special type of athlete.
And he's one of those that when he's out there on that field or out there on that diamond or he's out there in that court, he's going to give it his all.
Yeah,
he gives 110%. No matter what. I remember in some games last year, even in basketball, I was impressed with him taking players that had 5-6 inches on him. He'd take them to the hole.
Yeah.
I've seen him stand up against players bigger than him on the field. He'll hit them. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And he does such a good job of reading the quarterback as well. In our preseason little scrimmage we had, the first pass of the game, he read it and picked it off. So it was kind of interesting to watch him do that. But looking over the schedule for last year for South Laurel, they opened up the season here. They played us. This is our first priority bowl, of course, as everyone knows. And they started the season here. We came away and won that game 59-26. It's a very high-scoring game when you put that many points on the board. But then they traveled to Estill County they played at home the next weekend to Estill County, lost that game 40-6. Their game against Knox Central was canceled. It was a COVID policy, but they took a loss in that because it was them having to cancel for that. Then Madison Central, they played Madison Central on the road, lost that game 69-6. Rockcastle County at home beat them 52-7. North Laurel in the first priority bowl there, they played in two first priority bowls. They played North Laurel on the road, lost that one 61-8. Pulaski County lost that one 48-7. Lewis County, they won that one 28-18. Southwestern, they lost 56-0. Whitley County, they lost that one 64-20. And Grant County, they lost 28-19. So these young men are going to come in here with a mission. This is one of those games where you can't just look at it and go, look at last year. These kids are going to be determined. They don't want to repeat of last year.
Yep.
They want to come out and they want to play strong, and that's one thing you look for. And really, when you're in a sport, you cannot overlook any team.
Exactly.
If you look on to the next team, bad things can happen, and that's something that you do not want to happen.
Yep.
Last year's schedule for us, we said we had 2 wins. Our wins, like I said, was that first game at home against South Laurel, and then we also won at Pike County Central on the road by a score of 60-38. But there were several games that Harlan County was in last year early, and then they kind of fell off later in the game. At Hazard had a kid they're returning this year, Max Johnson. That kid's just unbelievable athlete. He kind of does it all. He kick returns, he intercepts. He had touchdowns against us last year, I believe, in about every form or fashion you could have. He had a kickoff return, a punt return, an interception, and then he had a receiving and a rushing, if I'm not mistaken. Just at will, just like it was just a freak athlete. And they won that game against us 48-24. And Hazard actually will be the team that comes in here next weekend as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Also, Whitley County at home last year. We lost that one 42-16. The first couple of quarters were pretty good, and then it kind of fell apart there after halftime. Knox Central, we played them tough at home. Ended up losing that game 42-26. Pike County Central, like I said, we got that win there. Clay County, we went on the road to Clay County. Played good early on, ended up losing that game 40-20. Letcher County Central, we played them at home, lost that game 51-14. Johnson Central, the powerhouse that is Johnson Central. We went on the road, lost that game 43-6. I'm telling you what, if you've never been to Johnson Central, that is a haul.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good little drive.
Yeah.
Perry County Central at home, we lost that game by 8, 36-28, another heartbreaker. And then Bell County on the road, we lost that game 65-34. And, some of those scores seemed very lopsided for our Black Bears, but I'm telling you, there were several of those games we were in, and there was a key player, a key moment where it just broke it open for the other team. Like I can even remember in the Knox Central game, I remember Chadwell getting hit on almost like a deflected pass, and he caught it and took it to the end zone. It was kind of the play that kind of broke it open for him. And it's just several things like that. And, if you look at our record over the past few seasons, going back to 2015, between 2015 and 2018, Harlan County was a 5A school. That's what we were classified in for football. And then in 2019, we flipped over to a 4A. So we were 4-7 in 2015, 4-7 in 2016. We went 8-6 in 17. We went 4-7 in 2018, and then 8-4 when we switched to 4A, and that was a good season. I do remember that one. In 2020, we went 3-6, and then in 2021, we went 2-8. Last year was one of the first years I can remember in a long time where Harlan County did not make the playoffs.
Yep.
And, you know, switching over to a 4A side, it's one of those situations. You got some tough teams in this district. It's District 8 and 4A, and you've got Perry County Central. You have Letcher County Central. You have Johnson Central, of course. I'm trying to think of the other team. I know there's another one, and I can't even think of it off the top of my head. But there's Clay County.
Yep.
Clay County is the other team that's in this district. Just some tough teams, and you've got to bring it in these games if you want to make the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely. And speaking back on what you were saying about, you know, last year and having some bumps in the road, that builds things in kids, you know, especially if they're competitive games, like you said, where a ball bounces a different way or a ball doesn't get deflected and taken to the house. You know, if you're competitive in those games, those build things in kids. And like you said, a lot of these are returners. And obviously you got some big shoes to fill with losing DeMarco. But, I mean, a lot of these kids, they've experienced things, and nobody wants to start out 0-1. So, you know, it's going to be a competitive matchup.
And you got to take it a game at a time. That's one thing I've always preached, no matter what sport it is. You can't look ahead. You got to focus on where you're at right now. Because, I mean, Harlan County, even with that 2-10 record last year, these kids are coming in feeling like they got something to prove.
Yeah.
You got some seniors on this team that I know they want to get down here and they want to grind. They want to end it on a good note, and they want to have a good season.
Yep, absolutely. And like you said, I mean, they're coming out, and at the end of the day, like last year's season is over. I mean, they're 0-0, you know, starting fresh. And like you said, it's kids that have been through some things and took some bumps in the road, but I'm sure they're ready to get out there and get going.
And it's one of those situations too. You know, Coach McCreary came in last year. You know, I was asking him today. I was like, "So how are you feeling? You know, like how you got anything you want me to quote on the air?" And he said, "No, man." He said, "I'm just hoping these nerves don't get us."
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Your opening game, the nerves are going to hit some.
Yep.
And you know, Coach McCreary came in last year, did not change a whole lot. Kind of stuck with same offensive scheme that the kids were used to. Kind of the same coaching staff, and it seems like he's got some new guys, different faces out there this year. Kind of like, you know what I was saying, I was watching them during the scrimmage. It looked like they had a little bit of a different offensive scheme. Like I was saying, not as much smash mouth. They're still going to do the smash mouth, but it looked like they were doing quite a few more passing plays. And, you know, you got Reimer back there at quarterback, kid's 6'6".
Yeah.
He can see the field fairly well with that height, and he's got a decent arm on him. I aggravate him all the time. I call him old rubber arm, just playing with him. But he knows I'm just joking with him. And I tell you what, we've had some freshmen come in. You know, I mentioned Jace Brown. You also got Clay. He's a big kid. He's going to help us out on that line. I like to aggravate him about his hair. I told him he was trying to attract country girls looking like Morgan Wallen, but he's going to help out on that line. He's a big kid, and, you know, I watched him play some last year with the junior high team, and I'm telling you what, he's strong.
Yeah.
He's a strong kid. Now, you get him out there with some of these other guys, and you have some talent. And I tell you, another player out there you better keep your eye on is number 33, Carter Howard. Carter's an athlete.
Yeah.
And he likes to hit people as well. I've noticed him even catching a little bit, playing a little tight end position. I tell you who we're going to kind of miss this year, Mason Beach. You know, he had that torn labrum, had to have surgery, and he's pretty much going to miss the entire season this year. Jared Reimer, this is just kind of an injury report. He may be limited on his playing tonight. He usually plays wide receiver, some in the tight end position as well. He had a deep bruise somewhere in his shoulder. But he'll be limited on playing as well. You know, you don't want any big injuries early on. You know, I know Mason had to have that surgery back early in the summer, and it's just, I know it's broke his heart not being able to be out here, but we've not forgot about him because he's a tough kid.
Yep.
I tell you, somebody that I absolutely love, and I'm so glad they're here for their senior year, is none other than Lacey Sanders. I'm telling you what, that young lady gives her heart and soul for this football team. She is like a mother hen to these kids, and I love it. I hear her talking all the time. If somebody says something bad about them, she's going after them.
Yeah.
And she takes care of those kids out on the field, and it's one of those things. I'm so glad she's out there. I tell you what, they're going to miss her presence on that field next year because she is just such an awesome person. But We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we will talk a little bit more about some of these other games that are coming up across the region and some things we might want to look for. But we'll be back in just a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear Sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
This is Harlan Circuit Judge Kent Hendrickson. I have worked hard for almost 8 years to restore stability and trust in the court as I promised you I would. I love this community and I will continue to work tirelessly to improve the caliber of justice in our county. Together, we can ensure that everyone having business before the Harlan Circuit Court is treated fairly and equally without exception. I ask you for your vote to re-elect me, Kent Hendrickson, your Harlan Circuit Judge, in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
And welcome back to Coal Miners Memorial Stadium and Needham Sailor Field, home of your Harlan County Black Bears, where they welcome in the South Laurel Cardinals this evening. You know, South Laurel is a team, like I said, coming off that record last year of 1-10. Harlan County coming off a record of 2-10. And both these teams coming out here tonight with something to prove. Like you said, no team wants to start 0-1 on a season. Because, you know, you look on to the schedule they have coming up later on, it's not going to get any easier. And once you get into that district play, those wins have to come. Some of these other games that I wanted to take a look at, there were several of them that just had me intrigued as I was looking over some of them. And a lot of these were the same games that were sponsored on the 13th Region Media page. Les Dixon, all those guys, Quincy, all of them do a great job over there on that page. But some of the games they were looking at, one of them is Pikeville at Corbin. I tell you what, that game, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, being away for a few years and being kind of disconnected with, especially the football and baseball and basically sports outside of basketball, being disconnected from that landscape a little bit. You always hear about certain schools. You hear about Corbin football and you hear about Pikeville football, along with a few more. But you know, I'm excited to see how that one goes for sure.
Yeah, it should be a doozy of a game. I'm telling you what, because you had Pikeville, they ended up winning the state championship last year. Yep. in their class. And I tell you what, have you seen? I don't know if you saw this just recently on Facebook. They had posted some pictures of their indoor practice facility. They have an indoor practice facility over there right now.
Really?
They had a big ping pong table set up over there.
Yeah.
That looked just like a football field. It was awesome. Had the lights kind of like accenting everything in the locker room. It looked like a college locker room.
Yeah.
It was amazing looking at that. And I'm telling you what, Corbin, they've got several players who had D1 schools looking at them. You know, they had the one player that kind of took off, and he went to another school, and unfortunately he got injured. I hated to hear that about that young man. You know, a lot of people were mad because he left, and that's one thing I hate to see. You want these kids to go and find happiness and find the best fit for themselves to play the sport they love.
Absolutely, and I tell kids a lot, you know, one day, whether you're playing basketball or football or baseball, whatever sport you play, one day you're going to retire from that sport. You're not going to play that sport anymore, and then all you have to look back on is the memories you had when you were playing it. So, I mean, as I've grown older and I've experienced new things, I'm all for kids going and doing whatever's going to make them happy and make them proud to look back on.
That's what I've always said. I said I will support a kid no matter what they decide to do, as long as it's not like horrible or something. You know what I mean? But I'm saying I want these kids to go out and find success. I want to see every kid in Kentucky go play at a D1 school.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not always going to happen. I just want to see them go on and further to do what they love.
Yeah.
And so that game's going to be an interesting one. It's got an 8:45 kickoff time as well, so it's going to be a late one.
Night game.
And as always, I'm going to have my buddy Paula Hall out there. She's going to be sending me, some people know her as Susan Hall, but she keeps me up to date on all the scores going on across the region. She does an excellent job at that, and I greatly appreciate her doing that. Another game I'm interested in, that one just over the mountain, Log Mountain. North Laurel coming into Bell County. What are you thinking about that one?
Well, when it comes to football, I'm a big atmosphere guy. I love to go to a stadium that's rocking, and I love the vibe and the setting around it, which is one reason why I love this field so much. Bell County's the same way. I mean, they've got a storied tradition, and I've always enjoyed being able to catch games down there. I was able to go to a few when I was in high school and see Harlan County. But, no, I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, and Log Mountain is one of those places, as a team, it's hard to go in there and play and come away with a win. And it's not saying anything bad about there, but I'm telling you what, that's just a tough place to go play. Mm-hmm. And, I was just bragging on Paula. She's already sent me a score. And it's one of the games that's on this list. At halftime, Oneida, Tennessee, and Williamsburg are tied at 14. They must have had an early start. They maybe that's why Corbin's getting a later kickoff time. Maybe they're playing like in a bowl game with 4 teams playing. I don't really know. I've not looked into that. But that tied up at 14 right there, Williamsburg and Oneida, Tennessee. But Dudley Hilton always has his squads at Bell County fired up to play.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Amos McCreary and Dudley Hilton did coach together for a while.
Yep.
So it's kind of interesting. And Bell County's going to be coming into here this year. And I'm like you, I love the atmosphere here at Harlan County. You had parents and different people out there tailgating, all that stuff going on out there. It was fun to see.
Yep.
What's another good? What are you thinking in that one? What do you think, North Laurel? A lot of people don't really know a lot about North Laurel this year, but I'm telling you what, they're much improved. They're a good team. They're a team you better watch out for. They have some athletes on that squad, and I honestly believe they could give Bell County a game there. Mm-hmm. I really do. I believe that could go any way. Another game I'm going to be keeping my eye on, Clay County at Knox Central. What do you think about that one?
Well, I'm very familiar with Gavin Chadwell, being a Harlan County basketball fan, now helping out with the team. Yeah, he is. He's a big kid, and he's an athletic kid, and he's a kid that moves really well. I haven't had the opportunity to watch him play football, but I can only imagine how dynamic he could be. So I'm looking forward to see how that game goes, and more specifically how he plays in that one.
And according to the 13th Region Media page, a lot of people have not said much about this, but Knox Central, you hear about Chadwell a lot, but they say pound for pound, Steve Parton is probably one of the best players in the 13th region. So he's another one you're going to have to watch out there. Said he kind of does it all for the Panthers, kind of like Max Johnson from Hazard. Mm-hmm. Just one of those guys that kind of does it all, just an athletic kid. But Clay County, they have that quarterback Tate Rice back, and he's a good quarterback. Got those receivers, Zach Saylor, Bradley Wolf, and Tyson Wagers. They're going to be on display, and they're going to try to make some things happen. Another game that kind of piqued my interest, especially since we're going to be playing Hazard next week, is Middlesboro traveling into Hazard. Middlesboro had a good team last year, a great run. I think they went 13-1 is what they ended up going. So I'm interested to see the outcome of this game because, like I said, you still have that senior running back, Max Johnson, who they even talk about in here. He kind of does it all. Said he ran for 760 yards while finishing with 219 receiving yards last year. Yeah, just an athlete. And I'm interested to see how that game goes because Middlesboro did lose a little. Mm-hmm. I said they went 13-1, but they lost some players that were key players, and it's going to be anxious to see who kind of steps up into the roles there.
Yep, absolutely. And Caden Grigsby from Middlesboro is a really good athlete too. As with Chadwell, player. I'm familiar with him through basketball, but I'm probably a little more familiar with Grigsby in football. And I'm familiar with Middlesboro a little bit more, just I guess because they're closer to home. But I'm excited to see how they do this year.
The other game that we just gave you the update on, Williamsburg versus Oneida, Tennessee. That should be a good game, and it's lived up to the hype because it's 14-14 at halftime. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know a lot about Williamsburg. I do know that they have some senior receivers that are pretty good. I do know they have a pretty good quarterback. Sidney Bowen, I believe, is their quarterback. So I believe that's going to be a good game there. Perry Central at Whitley County. Another game I'm keeping my eye on because our first road game is at Whitley County. So I kind of want to see how Perry Central, another team from our district, going over there to face off against Whitley County.
Yeah, absolutely, and two teams that we'll see later. You know, the fans of Harlan County as well as the players and the coaching staffs are going to be researching that game a little bit after this one. So,
and according to the 13th Region Media page, they were saying that they returned 6 starters on offense and 10 starters on defense. So Whitley County is going to be a tough team.
Yep, absolutely.
First Priority Bowl, another First Priority Bowl going on right here in Harlan tonight. You have Berea facing off with Harlan. A lot of people don't know this. The Green Dragons, they've improved quite a bit as well. You got a Cal down there who's just an athlete as well. And several other players still have Jaden Ward. He's a kid. I taught him in middle school. So I remember Jaden and just athletes on that team. And they're looking for a little revenge against Berea, who they traveled up there last year, first game of the season, lost a tough one. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one goes.
Yeah, for sure. And like we said earlier, no team wants to start 0-1, and that's what Harlan did last year at Berea. So you got to think that they'll remember that one and try to come out with a different outcome this time.
Yeah, another game, Phelps at Pineville, kicking off at 7:30, just like us. Don't know a lot about either of those two squads. Pineville actually had a decent season last year. They went 8-4. Said they returned 15 to 22 starters, so they're going to be looking kind of like Harlan County to me, and the fact that they're going to be having a lot of the same starters.
Yep.
And I think they just said due to a lightning strike, there is a very dark cloud right overhead that we will be starting 23 minutes from now. So kickoff time at this time, we're looking at probably just a little past 7:30 due to the lightning strike. So I know we had this happen. We were broadcasting Little League Baseball this year, and there were lightning strikes, and it was like, oh, my goodness. And every time we get close to resuming the game, another lightning strike. So I'm hoping that's not the situation we got here. I still see the sunshine trying to peek out over there, and I'm really hoping.
We got a little hope right there.
Really hoping that this just passes over. We don't get started too late. But Lynn Camp at Jellicoe, Tennessee. Excuse me, it says, the Wildcats are going to look to snap a 17-game losing skid against Jellicoe, Tennessee. And, that's got to be one of those rivalry games. You've had a team beat you 17 times in a row. It makes me think of UK and Tennessee.
Yeah.
I know it's sad to say being a UK fan, but it's one of those things. It's a rivalry game, and you want to win.
Absolutely.
You want to end that streak, and you want things to happen. So they're going to look to end that streak. There was a couple other games that I was looking at earlier that kind of piqued my interest. And one of those was Pulaski County at Belfry. Both of these are schools that are known for sports. You know about them for sports. I actually, when I was in school, when I was in college, I lived actually in Pulaski County for a while. And it was, they've always had a strong football team, it seems, and they've always had a decent basketball team. It seems like every year they have great athletes. And, last year the game was played at Pulaski County, and you're thinking Belfry going in there, you're thinking that game could go either way, and Pulaski County actually came out and just had their way with Belfry. They ended up winning that game 55-13. And so I know a lot of people, it probably raised some eyebrows because Belfry, they're a tough team. Their middle school team came in here and played the other day, and even their middle school club, they were a solid club. And they ended up winning that game, I think, 30-14. Harlan County's middle school hung right with them for a while. Couple turnovers here and there, kind of could have swung it both ways. And it's like you were saying earlier, it can take one play to swing that momentum, and it can change everything. But what's interesting about that stat, how Belfry started last year, they started out 5 losses in a row. Belfry then went on to win 9 of their next 10 games, and they won the 3A state title. So it goes to show you, anything can happen in sports. You never know, and you can't let one game define who you are, but like you said, you don't want to start 0-1.
No, and you don't. And that just shows their resiliency, and I think that comes from years of establishing a culture and a winning program. And that's something that's built over time, and I really respect that about them.
And that's something a lot of folks, that's one reason I think the Harlan County Middle School football program was decided to be developed, because you had these kids playing on like 3 different teams. You need to bring those kids together so they learn to play together at an early age. and you can develop them into the offensive and defensive schemes that you want as you progress into their high school years. It has them better prepared to come in at the high school level and show out. Because, you know, you look at college, a lot of times freshmen, now basketball is a different sport because basketball freshmen can come in and make a huge difference. A lot of times it's hard for a freshman to come in a football program and make a huge impact right away, especially if it's in a large program. You're looking at your Alabama, your Georgias. It's hard for a freshman to come in. And that can happen even at the high school level. You know what I mean? You have those freshmen that's hard for them to come in and try to get something established unless they're just one of those freshmen that's like a freak athlete. And it's I'm glad they have that middle school program developed because that's, like I said, at Johnson Central, you know, several of these places, I think Perry Central, Lecherson, all these places have a lot of these players already playing together at an early age. That's one thing. Coach Jim Matney, you know, over there at Johnson Central, he's had a powerhouse. He had a powerhouse for years, and you know, I hated his passing, you know, a couple years ago, and it was something that is just kind of felt in the whole football community. You know, people leaving their lights on for him, and it just it's one of those things that was just he had a program that was built for success.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing now here at Harlan County High School, trying to get this program built for success. And these kids, they're excited. I'm excited.
Yep.
I hope you're excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm ready to get some football going. And it's I don't know what it is. I just noticed we're back on camera. We haven't been looking at the camera, and I apologize because we're just kind of talking to each other. Our GoPro overheated there for a second, so we were not on camera, and Michael just switched it over on me and just out of nowhere. And we may have to fight later. But anyway, it's football time in the mountains, folks. And they said I guess it'd be now about 20 minutes until kickoff. So what we'll do right this time, we'll take you back to the station for another commercial break. And we'll be back in just a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband.
At this time, we're going to have a moment of silence for Don White. A lot of people, if you don't know who Don White was, he was just an awesome individual. He refereed for years, and he was a teacher and a substitute teacher, a bus driver, a little bit of everything. But this time, we're going to have a moment of silence for Mr. White.
Thank you. Now please remain standing for tonight's opening prayer that will be followed by the national
We're going to keep you guys right here for the opening prayer and for the national anthem.
A senior at Harlan County High School.
Everyone please bow their head. Heavenly Father, we thank you for letting us be here today. We thank you for our many blessings. We let everyone have good sportsmanship tonight and safe travels on the way home. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Taylor Lunsford. And now for the national anthem to be performed tonight by the Harlan County High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr.
The Harlan County High School Marching Band will be performing our national anthem this evening. Good job right there by Taylor Lunsford, a senior at Harlan County High School, leading that opening prayer and the national anthem there from the Harlan County High School Marching Band. And I'm really glad they did that moment of silence for Don White, because I think anybody that's been around sports anytime in the past, I don't even know, decade at least. I know he's reffed and done it for years, but I mean, everyone kind of knows who Don White was.
Absolutely.
It's just my heart just breaks for his family. You know, he got sick, thought he was getting better there, and just I'm just glad to know I know where he's going.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
And he's just a good guy, and our thoughts and prayers are out to his family. Another one I wanted to mention tonight, I learned as I was coming in this evening, longtime employee of Harlan County Public Schools, Debbie Nicely. She lost her battle with cancer, and I tell you what, she was just an awesome lady if you ever got to meet her, who loved the Lord, and I'm just so glad to know another person I know I'm going to see again one day. You know what I'm saying? It's just our thoughts and prayers go out to all those folks, and just prayers for her. I know her granddaughter, Kaylee Nicely, one of the sweetest young ladies you will ever meet, and I know a lot of the family, and I just pray for all those folks in the loss of Debbie, because she was just an awesome lady. And just happy to say I didn't know who she was, and happy to know where she's going to be. And I do want to give a big shout out this evening to our den keepers. I don't know, Michael, can you get the camera over on our den keepers for just a moment? Our cheerleaders are doing an awesome job as well. I want you to look. These kids wearing their neon, they are ready to rock the house. The den keepers are ready. I saw a boy painted in neon paint. So that is just awesome that the den keepers are down there ready to do their thing. They're going to keep this place rocking. Folks, I'm telling you what, it's getting packed over here on Harlan County side. There's a lot of people starting to fill in, and we still got a little bit going before kickoff. But I'm telling you what, I'm starting to get that feeling now. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's football
I'm ready
season.
for some football.
It's football season,
so,
man.
folks, we'll take you back to the station for another commercial break. And we'll be back right here in a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don's Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don's Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Welcome back to Coal Miners Memorial Stadium and Needham Sailor Field for tonight's matchup, featuring the South Laurel Cardinals facing off against your Harlan County Black Bears. And in just a moment, our Harlan County Black Bears will be running out of that tunnel, the big giant helmet you see down there. And I'm telling you what, this should be an interesting game. You know, we talked about it a lot earlier. You know, one team coming in here with 1 win last season. You know, us coming in here with 2 wins last season. I kind of feel as a program right now, this is kind of a must-win game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get some momentum going, turn things around, and like I said before, this is a new season, so they've got a chance to like really stamp their claim on what they want to make of it.
And you look over across the field at South Laurel, you know, they're coming in with a new coach. They have a new head coach. That is none other than Mr. Alan Mitchell. He's their new head coach. Jep, who was their coach last year, he's now stepped into the AD role there at South Laurel. So it's one of those situations. They're coming in with a new coach. They could possibly have a new offensive scheme, or he could kind of do like what Coach McCurry did as well and kind of keep the same scheme for the first year. And it's kind of almost like a fresh start for Harlan County as well, coming in here with this new offensive and defensive scheme. And I tell you someone I talked to earlier today that was absolutely pumped for this game, Josh Sargent, number 17. Keep your eye out for Josh Sargent on that field. He said he was ready to hit tonight. He's ready. You know, he comes out of the backfield at that fullback position. Sometimes he'll even run the ball, but he absolutely looks for someone to hit. He finds someone and he targets them. Yeah. Boom. So I'm hoping that we still get a decent start time is what I'm really hoping for. I just got another score update for you guys. 9:20 left in the third. Oneida, Tennessee's went up by 7, 21-14 on Williamsburg. So a big thank you to Miss Hall for sending us that information. I tell you what, she keeps me in line up here and keeps sending me those scores. It helps out so much because it keeps me from having to find them. I'm not very good at searching for things many times while I'm up here. It's hard to talk about what you're seeing and search for things at the same time.
No, it's completely different games. I can't imagine.
They're getting everybody lined up out there for the Spirit line, and here come your Harlan County Black Bears.
In the deep, dark hills of Eastern, that's the place where I trace my bloodline, and it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, you will never leave Harlan.
And there they are, your 2022 Harlan County Black Bears. I'll tell you what I like to see. You look down at that Spirit line, it looks like there's a lot more students down there than there has been the last several years. One of those reasons due to COVID. But it's just good to see these kids out here supporting their team. That's one thing I love is, and Robin Sanders does an excellent job with the Den Keepers, getting everything going, getting these kids involved. It's awesome to see school spirit. Yeah. That's what you want, especially as a coach.
Yeah, you absolutely want to see it. And, like, it's easy to get behind a tradition like this. You know, I remember coming to these games when the school had just opened, and I was much younger at the time. But I thought this was the coolest thing ever. You'll never leave Harlan alive, coming out of the helmet. I just thought it was awesome, and I still think it's awesome to this day.
It's something, you feel it. I don't know, you just feel it.
It's chills. It never gets old, you know.
No, it's just one of those things. If you've not experienced, you want to experience. It was awesome. My daughter got to come to the game tonight with a friend, Tammy, and she was like, I love the fact that she's wanting to get involved early. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's a freshman this year. Now her brother, he's like, he can take it or leave it. She's like, I want to get involved. I want to go to the games. I want to have fun. And I was like, good. She's gonna join the Den Keepers and have fun with them. But something I forgot to talk about that I was going to mention before. Jonas Sparks always posts the spread each week for the games that are highlighted by the 13th Region Media Network. You know, those guys do a phenomenal job. And some of the games they have spreads for this week: Jackson County at McCreary Central. They got McCreary Central a -31 favorite there. That's kind of interesting to me because that's actually, a lot of people don't know it, that's where I started teaching. My first 6 months of education was at Whitley City Middle School in McCreary County. I drove down from Pulaski. I was still living at the lake where Mom and Dad let me live while I was going to college. And You know, I had a lot of kids down there. I've got kids down there I still talk to this day. They were the first group, and they're like in their 30s now. And you want to talk about making somebody feel old? That right there will make you feel old when you have kids in their 30s messaging you. But it's just an interesting game. Keep your eye on. Another buddy of mine that I taught with one of my first years down there, he used to be a professor at the University of the Cumberlands, Jason Creekmore. He's now back being a principal down there at one of the middle schools, so I thought that was kind of cool. The spread for this game, South Laurel at Harlan County, they have Harlan County a -15 favorite. And I'm going to tell you what, I hope that holds true.
I do too.
I hope Harlan County comes out on fire tonight. I want to see some electricity out of these players this evening. Pikeville at Corbin. Interesting. They have Pikeville at Corbin. Pikeville with a -6 spread right there. They have Pikeville favored to win that game. But it's one of those games I honestly believe could go either way, especially going to Corbin to play at Corbin.
Yep.
Yeah, Corbin lost some players, but the Corbin Red Hound football team, it's always a good football team.
Yep.
Perry Central at Whitley County. Even traveling to Whitley County, they have Perry Central a -6 favorite in that game. Interesting to see that one. Oneida, Tennessee versus Williamsburg, the game that we've been giving you updates about. Williamsburg's a -7 favorite in that game, but right now, Oneida, Tennessee's up by 7 on them. Clay County at Knox Central, they have Knox as a -6 favorite in that one. Lynn Camp against Jellicoe, Tennessee. Jellicoe with the -7 point spread there. So that gives Lynn Camp some hope right there. You know, we said they want to snap that skid of so many losses in a row. Phelps at Pineville. Pineville with a -6 spread in that one. Berea at Harlan. This one shocked me a little bit. They have Berea a -1 favorite at Harlan.
Wow.
I kind of hope, you know, if you're a home team and they give the other team the spread, that's got to burn you up.
It does.
It's got to make you want to. So that's going to be an interesting one to keep your eye on. North Laurel at Bell County. Bell County only a -4 in that one. And like I said, going into Log Mountain and playing, it's different.
It is. It is.
You have to be prepared to go in there and be ready to play. And Bell County only getting the -4 spread there, that kind of shocked me a little bit.
Yep.
Middlesboro at Hazard. They have Hazard a -2 favorite in that one. So that one kind of shocked me as well. And listen, I'm telling you what, spreads, we know, they're just compiled through data. These guys get this data from somewhere, and they compile it based on, you know, different statistics. And, you know, I'm a math guy. I've never really looked into the spread and all that, but they have different data, and that's where the spread comes from. But what the computer and what the paper says does not always pan out on what happens on the field.
Yep. You still got to go out there and play the game.
You got to go play the game.
Yep.
You know, I've said this for years in basketball. I honestly believe you find a team that's hot, any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Look at March Madness. That's
that's
your biggest example right
and
there.
A lot of people will say, but that's different in football. Yeah, there are more, you know, you got more players on the field, more key components in football, but I still believe that holds true.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, it takes one shift of momentum, one fumble that's recovered by the opposing team, one interception that's returned for a touchdown, and you can almost feel the wind go out of the sails of the opposing team.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations where it's who's going to show up and play. And, you know, I'm looking out here right now. It's kind of neat. We got inflatables down here on our left side. I kind of want to go out there and slide down that big slide. They're doing the First Priority Bowl, and Bowlee's got all kinds of stuff going on out here for everyone. It's awesome. They were giving away raffle tickets for free to win money. Kind of sad I didn't get in on that one. But they got all kinds of stuff going on out here. And as you can see, the Harlan County Black Bears have already – they're out there on the field. You got your captains out there just waiting patiently for the coin toss. And here come the referees onto the field. And it scared me. I thought I saw more lightning, but I do believe that was a camera that flashed right there. So we're waiting for South Laurel to get their captains out on the team. And I want you to look out there at that group of captains. I tell you what, you got some talent standing out there. You got Big Will Cassim, it looks like. You got Connor Blevins out there. He's trying to fire the crowd up. Carter Howard, look at him, pumping the crowd up. Josh Sargent clapping those hands. They're ready for some football. I'm telling you, these kids are excited to be here, and they're ready to play some football. So they're trying to wait. I don't honestly know where South Laurel's football team is right now. The game was supposed to – there they come. They're coming now. I think maybe they moved them in since there's not a locker room on the other side of the field, so maybe since the Lightning they decided to take them inside. They're making their way to the field right now. But we're getting ready for the coin toss. You know, I was saying I was hoping that rain was going to blow over. That dark cloud's still trying to hang around. I just hope the lightning stays away.
Yeah, we can deal with the.
We're good. We're dry.
We're fine. That's what I was about to say. We're fine with the rain in the box.
The folks down there, it might be a different story. But I tell you what, some muddy football can be some fun football as well. But on the bad side of that, that's turf, so you're not going to get as much mud.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that turf will get slick if it starts raining.
Yeah.
So you better hope you have some good cleats. So as I said, they're just awaiting the coaches and the captains to meet here at midfield. I tell you what, those boys down there, they've been standing there just trying to pump the crowd up, saying, come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get fired up, and that's what they want. They want to get everybody fired up and get ready for some football here in the mountains. Tell you what we'll do, while we're waiting on them to get out here to midfield, trying to get the coin toss going and all that, we'll take you back station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank, with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank, with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for football in the mountains. After the lightning strike, we've waited the time, and South Laurel set to kick off. Harlan County set to receive. Looks like we have Jordan and Swanner back deep to receive. That kick's coming to the right side, and I do believe that is Swanner back there. I can't see that number. I'm getting old. It's harder for me to see numbers. That is Swanner. He hits a hole. He goes forward, takes it out to about the 35-yard line. He was brought down there by number 20. That is TJ Francion. And Harlan County is going to have it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Pretty good field position to start the game.
Yep, not a bad start. I believe that was Luke Kelly.
Was that Luke Kelly?
I believe that was Luke Kelly on the return.
It's so hard for me to see the numbers for up here.
Yeah, I had to throw my glasses on so I could see them.
I may need to get me some of those now that I'm getting older. Did not bring my binoculars with me, but Reimer's going to set up in the shotgun. Looked like that was Jordan back there with him. He takes the snap. Little quick pass out to the side to Jordan. That wasn't Jordan in the backfield. He stuck out there on the side. First play of the game, a little pass to Jordan from Reimer right there, and it's good for a gain of about 9. He got close to the first down line right there, first play of the game.
Yeah, very explosive athlete. I mean, you can see as soon as he got it, he was ready to go with it.
And that's one of those things Harlan County is going to look to do this year, spread that offense more, because when you can spread it out, sometimes you can get a good run right up the middle. Still back in the shotgun form. Here comes the snap to Reimer. He's going to pass out to the other side. A little quick pass to Swanner, and Swanner runs over his old man, keeps digging. Man, he's not wanting to go down. They had a whole slew of Cardinals on him. He kept on digging, took it all the way across midfield down to about the 47. Nice little job there.
If he didn't hit his own blocker, he might have taken that one to the house.
Yeah, because his blocker had the guy blocked, and he kind of turned into him, but that's a first down for the Black Bears.
He might have taken that one all the way to the house.
And that's what I was saying about Swanner earlier, man. He's just a tough kid.
He is. He is.
Look how many of them it took to try to take him down. Good news is, Paula did update me that the severe weather cell is east and south of here. We may get some rain, but the bad stuff is out of here, so that's good for us. Here comes the snap, a little handoff there to James Ryan Howard. He's running right up the middle. He's going to get a gain of about 3 or 4 right there. Nice little tough run. Getting yardage the hard way right there, right up the middle. Good job by the line right there, opening up a little hole right there. And we're going to give him a gain of about 3 right there. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. I'm going to say that's more like 4, wouldn't you?
I'd give him 4 on that.
It's kind of hard to judge from here. It looks like 4. Harlan County moving the ball well. On this opening drive, here comes a pitch in the backfield. And Jordan's got some room. He hits the outside edge, takes it out about the 25. Big run, big gain right there. Good blocking as well from the Black Bears.
You got to love that emotion, too. I mean, he hit a nice stiff arm. You can tell he's into it. I mean, that really gets you going as a fan and as a teammate. So you love to see that.
Another first down for the Black Bears. I'm sorry I got choked there a little bit, but I tell you what, that was a good run right there. And that's one thing when you have players with that kind of speed. If you can hit the player in motion, they have an opportunity to break something big.
Yeah, they just need the opportunity. You know, a lot of these guys, and we've talked about them a lot. When you talk about Thomas Jordan, Jonas Swanner, the list goes on. I mean, you give them opportunities, they can make plays happen.
It looks like there was a flag on the play. I did not see it. It brings it back 5 yards, but he picked up enough on that run.
Yeah.
It's still a first down for the Black Bears. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this offense. A lot of motion, a lot of movement. Here comes a handoff to Sargent right up the middle. The big man takes it forward for a gain of a couple. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. South Laurel did a good job getting there to him, and I tell you what, you better, because it takes more than one man to bring down Sargent.
Yep, you can tell right off the bat, physical runner. You know, he's got some good size, and he likes to get downhill.
He likes to hit people.
Yeah.
He's one of those that won't try to dodge a hit. You know, a lot of players try to juke, spin, whatever. He goes into your chest.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a great compliment for the coach staff to have him out there with the guys that I just mentioned.
Exactly. James Ryan Howard in the backfield. You got Sargent over here on the right of Reimer. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to James Ryan Howard. Good job right there by the lineman. I believe that was number 50 for South Laurel. He did a good job getting his hand in there. That's Tate Anderson, sophomore. Got his hand there on the ankle of James Ryan Howard. Gain of about maybe 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now. Every play so far has been positive yards, though, for the Black Bears on this opening drive that started at the 35. We are now down at the 32-yard line of South Laurel. Got several players. Jonas Swanner goes in motion. A pitch coming to him. A good lead block. Sargent's got somebody. They're not going to catch him on that outside. He's going to take it forward right close to the first down marker. And it looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Black Bears, depending on the spot of the ball right there. Good job by Sargent getting out there in the flat and get some blocking for him.
Yep, like we just said, you just got to give some of these kids the opportunity, and they'll make things happen for you. Nice play there by Jonas Swanner.
And they are, I think, going to give enough for a first down for the Black Bears.
They're moving the chain, so it's a first down, Black Bears.
I was going to say, it looked like he hit the first down marker, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Black Bears at about the 25-yard line. So this is one of those situations. You see teams sometimes, they get close to the end zone, and they kind of slow down a little bit. You want to keep that momentum going right here if you're a Black Bear.
Yep, absolutely.
2 men going wide right, 1 man to the left. Sargent still to the left, or the right of Reimer, and you still have James Ryan Howard there in the backfield. Flag on the play. Looks like maybe did not see what they called. Was that delay of game?
Not sure. That's what I was trying to check.
I didn't see what he motioned, but it's kind of like the penalty yardage for a delay of game. And I know it wasn't a false start, so we're going to say delay a game. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Black Bears. Same formation. Howard goes in motion, a little pitch to the right. He's got a little room, and he hits the hole, and he's still going, and he's going to take it all the way to the house with some good blocking for a touchdown. Black Bears. James Ryan Howard, with those lead blocks coming his way, takes it to the house, and Harlan County gets on the board first with 8:47 remaining here in the first quarter. Harlan County goes on top 6-0. And now here comes the interesting part for me. We were talking earlier. Do we have a kicker?
Well, I checked the roster, and I didn't see a K on there, so I'm not sure.
So I'm wondering if we have anyone that's going to be trying kick. It looks like we have someone going out there to try kicks. Looks like Spurlock's going to be holding. And I'm trying to see who that is lining up to kick. It looks like Luke Kelly. I can't tell if that's Luke or not. I'm waiting for him to shift around so I can see the jersey number. No, that is not Luke Kelly. I cannot see the number of who that is kicking the ball. And it looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. You know, I bet I know who it is. Is that 64? I think it is. That's Isaac Downs.
Okay.
I believe it'll be Isaac, because I do believe he did do some kicking last year, So it looks like he's going to be kicking again, but with that penalty, it moves the ball forward a yard. So now you got 1 yard to pay dirt, so they're going to go for 2 here. Sending the offense back out there to go for this 2-point conversion. Tell you what, people don't understand. Sometimes you get frustrated because I can't see who that is out there. Mm-hmm. The angles up here make those numbers hard to see sometimes.
They do. They absolutely do. And like in that situation, he had his back facing the other end zone, so we were in a bad angle.
And this is a different formation we're seeing right here from Harlan County. They got some big bodies in there right now. And it looks like Josh Sargent is the one furthest back. I'm anxious to see what we do right here. And Sargent's going to take this snap. And he's going to get a snap, and he's just going to let it follow those big bodies into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, with 8:47 remaining here in the first quarter, Harlan County on top by a score of 8-0. And I tell you what, that was a nice-looking opening drive right there for the Black Bears.
It was. I don't know if you could have expected much better.
No,
I mean, that's as good as it gets right there.
They did a good job of mixing up the plays, going right, going left. A lot of little pitches.
Utilized a lot of different weapons.
They really did. So with that, we'll take you back to station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Isaac Downs was the one that went back to kick that ball, and we ended up going for the 2-point conversion there after the penalty on South Laurel. 2-point conversion was good. Sargent followed those big blockers into the end zone, and just like that, according to our statistician over here, Mr. John Henson, he always keeps us on track. That was an 8-play, 65-yard drive. And like we said, it was a good-looking drive right there for the Black Bears opening up.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have, like you said, they didn't have negative plays.
Negative plays.
I mean, everything was positive, and you had the one penalty, but you were able to convert on the third down. So, I mean, everything went as planned, I would think.
And I tell you what, that offensive line for Harlan County was controlling the trenches right there, and that's the difference.
Yes, absolutely.
Here comes the kickoff, and it's going to be received there about the 27, and that is number 5 running it up. That will be Elijah Roark on the return, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Not sure what's going to be called here. And apparently they're talking to Harlan County. Harlan County's just pumped up, and I think they're going to call a personal foul right here, face mask, against Harlan County. So that'll move the ball forward. I think it's an automatic 15 yards, so that's going to give South Laurel good field position to start this drive because they returned that ball to about the 40. So it should put the ball right at about the 45-yard line of Harlan County. So excellent field position if you're a Cardinal fan. So that's where they're going to be starting, right at the 45-yard line of Harlan County after that face mask penalty on the kickoff. And it was a good return right there by number 5, Roark. Not bad at all. Got it out to the 40. Harlan County on top, 8-0, 8:40 remaining. South Laurel lines up in the shotgun formation. Here comes the snap. Little handoff right there, and he's met right at the line. Good job by Harlan County on that play. Helmet comes off of somebody there. That was,
Jacob Shoemaker?
Yep, Jacob Shoemaker. He was right there to make that tackle for no gain. Did not see who the running back was. I think that was number 29. Am I correct? Elza Brad. Brad Elza. He's a senior. Pretty good little running back. He had some good plays last year as well. That was him on the run, but Shoemaker with the tackle there and several other Black Bears stepping in to help. Shoemaker will have to set out a play because his helmet popped off. South Laurel still looking over to the sideline. And number 22, Mitchell, he steps back, still in the shotgun, has his running back directly behind him. Another little handoff there. The quarterback gets drilled, but he didn't have the ball.
Will Casson got back there really fast. Really, he was moving on that one.
He got back there quick. But that ends up being a positive play there for Elza as he takes the ball about 6 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 4. This is a big third down right here for the Black Bears. See if they can get a stop right here, but you're kind of in 4-down territory right now if you are a Cardinal.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a big play for the Harlan County defense.
Harlan County lining up there on D. South Laurel still looking over, trying to get some direction. Looks like they got 2 men lining up here on the left, so it could be a little sweep coming this way. Here comes the snap. It goes to Elza again, and he's met immediately in the backfield by number 78, Will Cassom. He was pumped up coming up, too. About took out a referee right there on that tackle as well. Met him. That's going to be about a 2-yard loss, and that's now going to bring up 4th and 6.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Will Casson moves really well.
A lot of people don't realize that. He's a big kid, and he does move well. He's elusively quick for his size. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize, even Shoemaker and Blevins, they're quick for their size.
Yeah.
They line up. Mitchell, same formation, but they got 1 wide right, 1 wide left. They're going to call a timeout. South Laurel with a timeout. Didn't like what they saw. It's now 4th and 6. And with that timeout, we'll take you back to the station for a quick commercial break. Harlan County on top, 8-0 with 6:22 to go in the first quarter. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes. When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don's Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don's Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. South Laurel out of that timeout. They're ready to try this 4th and 6 play here. Big play right here. If Harlan County can get a stop, they're going to have good field position. They have 3 men lined up on the right. Elza still in the backfield behind Mitchell. And the whistle blew, and it looks like they're waiting for the timeout clock to run down. It hadn't finished running down yet. There was still 9 seconds left on the timeout clock. Other scores to pass along to you. Oneida, last I checked, was still up on Williamsburg 21-20. Williamsburg missed an extra point there in the third quarter. Prestonsburg at the end of the first on top of Betsy Lane 7-0. At 1:30 till half, Frederick Douglass on top of Bryan Station 31-0. And here we go. Big 4th down play here, and we jump right there. They're going to get us on a jump with a hard count. So that's going to move the ball forward 5 yards. Still not going to be enough for a first down, but with that encroachment. And you know, as a coach, you hate to see it, but you want your players on defense eager to get to the ball. You want those ball hawks. So it's one of those things. Did not cost us a first down, but that now makes it a much more manageable 4th down and 1. So we're going to see what South Laurel does here. I doubt they take 3 wide this time. And this is one of those things, Harlan County's defense, that front few that we're talking about there with Howard and Shoemaker, Cassom, and all these guys here on this front line, they're getting to the ball quick.
Yep.
Here comes the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be met behind the line by several Black Bears. He is not going to get the first down. Good job right there by the Black Bears. I saw Darren Allred in there on that play and several others. Good job right there reading that play with that quarterback keeper. And you know what? They had that set up correctly, did South Laurel. They had several blockers out in front, but we snuck through the gaps and got to the quarterback quick.
Yeah, and like you said before, the speed that we are getting to the football is really impressive right now. And it's not just 1 or 2 people, like it's a host.
And I'm liking the body language. The body language from their defense. They are fired up on every play, and that's what you like to see. So Harlan County takes over now, 1st and 10 from the 38 as we held South Laurel on 4th down. Here comes a handoff to James Ryan Howard. Not much room, but he's going to make something out of nothing. They're trying to bring him down. He just kept those legs churning. Had different people had a hold of him there. But he's still going to gain a couple out of that, going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, these Harlan County running backs are running hard. They're taking that first hit, and it's not phasing them that much. They're keeping their legs turning, trying to pick up those extra yards.
Howard comes out on this play. I love the way he plays, too. He's one of those kids, I never hear him talk much. I even had him in class, couldn't get him to talk to me much, but he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
He always did what was expected of him, and he does the same on the football field. Harlan County got 2 players wide right, still 2 players in the backfield. Reimer still set up in that shotgun. I'm liking this offense spreading out. It looks like a little pitch there to Jordan. He's turned it upfield. He got to hit a hole, and he spun around. He's going to keep going, still on his feet, all the way down to the 35-yard line. And once again, it took a whole host of people to take him down. That was a heck of a run right there by Thomas Jordan. Did you see him hit those afterburners right there?
Yeah, turn the jets on, man. He's an electric athlete. He's fun to watch.
Took it all the way down. South Laurel looked like they came out of the scrum with a football, but I think he was already down. They'd already blew the whistle, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Black Bears from the 32-yard line. Heck of a run right there from Thomas Jordan. I'm loving it. I'm loving this excitement here.
Yeah.
See what we come out with here. And I tell you what's making this interesting. We're spreading this offense out, and it's hard to judge as a defensive coordinator where the ball's going to next because we have several playmakers.
Right. Like on that last drive, we utilized so many guys.
Yep. Here comes the handoff there back to James Ryan Howard. Tries to hit the middle. It was clogged up there a little bit. He's still going to get positive yardage out of that. Trying to see what he's getting there. It looks like they're going to mark him down right at about the 30-yard line. So gain of a couple. So even when the holes are not there, we're still getting 2 yards. Yep. So that was not a bad run there. A couple other scores. Belfry on top of Pulaski. 7-0, trying to get a little revenge from last year over Pulaski. Shelby Valley 12, Letcher County 0. 4:05 left in the first. Into the first, Bell County 8, North Laurel 7. That game's going to be back and forth all night. Perry Central 7, Whitley County 0 with 5:04 left. And here comes the handoff right there. That is Thomas Jordan again. And I tell you what, son, he just hit that speed he's got.
Yeah.
After he gets past that line of scrimmage, man, he is quick.
Yep.
And, I had always known several of these players were really fast. But watching some of these guys, that's going to be another first down for Harlan County right there. Nice run right there. Good job blocking right there, too. Great job blocking from our offensive line. Them Hogs are working hard tonight. But when I got to see some of these players in track, Coach Vitito has an excellent track program up here at HC. And getting to see some of these players in track, if you would have got to see, I tell you, another player Harlan County will miss this year is Adam Carr. Luke Adam Carr, he's just a heck of an athlete as well. And if you got to see DeMarco, Carr, Jordan, and some of these others run, oh my goodness, out in open field, they were fast. Reimer steps back, looks like a passing play. He's going for the end zone. He's got Spurlock there, but it's going to be picked off in the end zone. He was in double coverage right there, and that is, I cannot see, it looks like number 9 for South Laurel. That will be Hunter Bundy. He's a junior for South Laurel, but it's one of those things right there. Went for the deep ball, going for Spurlock, and Bundy just happens to pick it off. So it's now going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, if you saw Spurlock try to recover on that one, it was a good effort by him.
Yeah, he tried to get back in there and get position.
He tried to get back and get position. And I heard he's a really good leaper.
He really is.
So that 50-50 ball, I mean, that's not too bad odds right there.
I was talking about track. He does a lot of the jumping events in track.
Yep.
He does the high jump and different things like that, and does really well at it.
Yep.
I mean, he's another one of those athletes that you don't see every day. I tell you another one I'm anxious to see out here. Just came out recently. Can't play yet. Hunter Napier.
Yeah.
He's going to be. You know him very well. I know you know him very well. He's going to be an excellent athlete out here. Here comes a little pass, a little swing pass, and he's met immediately and hit, but he breaks free right there. That is number, I can't tell, his jersey's kind of, it's either 18 or 19. I can't tell if
18.
That's 18,
Yep.
So that would be Garrison Brown. Nice little yak yards right there, yards after catch. He did a good job knocking off the initial attack of the defense and picking up 9 yards right there. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 now for the Cardinals. I don't mind that pass play right there from Harlan County because you held them, had them turn the ball over, trying to get a little extra points. Not a bad play.
Yep, I don't mind it at all.
Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff in the backfield. Nice little juke move right there, but Sargent comes through. Oh, my word. It absolutely lays a lick on the running back. But I'm telling you what, that was a good run right there by number 45, Jaden Moss. He hit the hole, took it forward, did get the first down, but Sargent kept him from getting any more.
Yep.
He hit that gap.
Stopped him right in his tracks.
He's an excellent linebacker. I'm telling you what, he's just...
And you weren't lying about when to hit either.
He loves hitting.
Wasted no time right there.
I thought earlier today, you know, I was in the bathroom on bathroom duty. I thought he was going to knock me out. he was just fired up, ready to play. Here comes the snap. Going to be a little pass over on the left side, and it looks like the same player, number 18, Brown there with that catch once again, but he's met there immediately by number 2, I think that is. Is that Swanner?
Yep, I believe so.
And I believe Swanner met him. I can't tell if it's Swanner. I have trouble with Swanner and Spurlock because one's 2 and one's 3. And that may have been Spurlock.
That was Spurlock.
That was Spurlock with that hit. So he keeps him from getting any more. So that makes it now 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain. It looks like South Laurel trying to spread things out a little bit now. Harlan County looking to get a stop. 3:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Harlan County on top 8-0. Here comes the snap. Handoff to Moss, and he's met in the backfield. Who was that in the back? Was that Allred again?
That was Darren Allred.
Darren Allred getting in the backfield again. Just grabbed him around the waist, waits on another player to come help, and they take him to the ground. So that's a loss of about 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, this front line for Harlan County's defense has been active. It's been really active. You look at what Darren's been doing, what Will Castle's been doing, what these other guys have been doing getting to the backfield. It's really impressive.
Darren Allred's another one of those kids. He's quick. He's another one I saw on the track field. That's, if you notice, there's a correlation between kids that do multiple sports.
Yep.
They just develop speed because they're working out constantly doing things. So 3rd and 3 now. Harlan County looking for a stop here. Handoff coming to Moss, and he bobbles it. Ball pops free, and Harlan County falls on it.
Man.
Harlan County with the turnover. I can't see who that is that fell on it, but he was in the backfield. When he saw that ball, he fell immediately. I do believe that is... I'm still trying to see a number there. You know, on offense, he's carrying the ball. James Ryan Howard falls on it right there, gets the fumble recovery. So Harlan County in business now, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
That Harlan County front line again. Meeting him in the backfield quick, causing problems.
And that's what you want to see right there. After you have a turnover, you come back and you force the turnover.
Yeah.
And really, I don't know if you call that a forced turnover. It looked like a bobbled handoff maybe. Looked like the ball kind of bobbled away, but the speed of the backs getting, or not the backs, but the line getting in there is causing a lot of frustration for this team right now. Handoff now to, I think that's Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan hits the gap, and he's still going. Finally knocked out of bounds. I tell you what, number 2 right there, Liam Newton, if he hadn't have just shoved Jordan and caused him to go off balance, he was going to the end zone.
No, Thomas Jordan looked really, really good so far in this quarter.
He was using that hit stick button. You see him with that stiff arm. That was nice.
Well, he used a stiff arm earlier. Yes. The first play, he got hype on.
So he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Harlan County's in business. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Here comes the handoff right there. It looks like Jordan again. Man, he's got good footwork. And he's going to go into the end zone. And you know what I like seeing right there off that touchdown? Look at who's in the end zone with him, a lineman.
Yep.
You had somebody blocking all the way down the field right there. And if I ain't mistaken, that's number 78. Is that Will Cassim again? Yep. Good job of blocking right there. And Jordan used that fancy footwork, danced into the end zone. And just like that, Harlan County goes up by a score of 14-0 here in the first quarter with 2:17 remaining. And I'm anxious to see now, are we going to send Downs out there to try for the extra point, or will we go for the 2-point conversion again?
The way the offensive line is controlling this one, I wouldn't be surprised to see another 2-point conversion.
You know, and a lot of people, I always try to give praise to the offensive line and the defensive line because the game, a lot of times the game can be won in the trenches.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look back at even the greats. Emmitt Smith, a heck of a running back. But that line he had back then, I even heard Barry Sanders talking about it one time. He said, man, if I would have had a line like Emmitt Smith had. And it's won in the trenches. You look at Kentucky's success over the last little bit.
Yep.
Their offensive line's gotten better. And it looks like there's going to be another flag. I do believe that South Laurel jumped off sides again.
Flag on the play.
And with that, that's going to move the ball forward 1 yard. Going to be encroachment. And they're going to send the offense back out there now, I do believe, to go for a 2-point conversion again. And it looks like they're going to line those big bodies up out there again.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we went right back to Sargent right here.
Waiting to see right here what's going to transpire. It looks like Reimer's out. Is that Reimer? Is Reimer out there? Yep, Reimer's out there now at quarterback. Setting up something a little different now for the two-point conversion. Snap comes to Reimer. He turns and fires quickly to Swanner. Swanner's right at the goal line. He steps in. It's going to be a two-point conversion. It's good. Kept those feet churning. Just a quick little pitch, little pass out to the right side. Swanner takes it in for two. And Harlan County now on top with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter. Harlan County leads 16-0. It's a good game. Harlan County's came out on fire, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
I tell you what, we're pumped up, folks. We'll be back in just a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Harlan County's went on top by a score of 16-0 with 2:17 remaining. Looks like Will Cassim with the onside kick right there, and it bounces. Oh, and took a spin out of bounds. I thought number 33 there for South Laurel, he looked like he was going to have a play on it, and that ball had some English on it.
Yeah, it was like a bad hop in baseball.
Yeah, that was Tim Thompson there for South Laurel. He put a little spin on that ball. It goes out of bounds, so that's going to be an illegal procedure against the kicking team, and I'm thinking if I'm South Laurel, I'm probably going to try to take the ball right here where it is. Instead of trying to make them re-kick, you don't want to get them you don't want to give them a chance to pin you a little deeper.
Yep.
So they're going to start right here on the 46-yard line. A couple scores to pass along. Prestonsburg 14, Betsy Lane 13. 2:03 left in the first. Shelby Valley on top of Letcher 12-6. 4:11 left in the first. Linkamp 8, Jellicoe 0. And South Laurel sets up. Here comes the handoff. And somebody once again in the backfield immediately. And I do believe that was Carter Howard. He is pumped up. Gets in the backfield, going to cause a loss on that run. I could not see who that was running. My guess is it's Elza. Looks like Elza was back there now. Elza he's a little bit smaller than Moss. Moss, I'll tell you what, in the backfield, he's a big kid.
Yeah. Now, good to see Carter Howard making a play there. He's one of the kids I've got in class, and he's asked me all week if I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell him I was on the radio tonight.
Oh, you got to tell him to go back and listen now.
I'm going to tell him to go back and listen.
So he's talking good about you.
Good to see him getting there in the backfield fast and making a play.
Playing out here on this defensive end, he's doing a good job getting back there quickly. This whole defensive front's done an excellent job, linebackers included.
Yep.
They kind of made the job of the DBs a little bit easier.
Yep.
He's stepping back to pass. He's looking. Oh, he tucks it, and he's going to run. Nope, he slips, but they're holding on to him. And I tell you what, once he slipped up right there, it was almost like seeing piranhas come after a piece of meat in the water. Like, you saw black jerseys just transcending on this young man. And honestly, Mitchell, and a good job by the DBs right there in coverage because they had people covered up.
Yep.
And he had to tuck it and run, and he's going to come up with another short loss. Going to bring up third and about 11 now for South Laurel. Here comes the snap. He's stepping back to pass. He's got some time, and he throws it right into the gut of a Harlan County Black Bear, and that is Josh Sargent. He was just waiting on it. And it was almost like he was the receiver, and he didn't want to let any of them take him down. I swear there was a whole group on him, and he just kept going with it. And that's going to be an interception. He had a pretty decent return there on it as well.
It was a good return from Josh.
So just like that, Harlan County forces another turnover. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Black Bears. I tell you what, they are pumped up.
Yeah, they are. You can
These
tell,
players,
and it shows.
It
shows in the way they play.
They're playing exceptionally well tonight. A couple more scores to pass along to you right now. There's been lots of penalties in the Bell County game from what I'm hearing from Paula. Hazard in that game, 6:37 till half. Bell County now on top of North by a score of 15-7. Hazard on top of Middlesboro, 14-6 right now. So interesting scores going on across the region. Right here, it's 16-0. Harlan County on top. Snap comes to Reimer. He hands off to James Ryan Howard. He lunges forward, follows his blockers, gets down across the 25. Looks like they're going to mark him at about, what, the 24, would you say?
I'd say, but yeah.
Going to bring up second and very short, maybe second and about a yard. Nice run right there. I tell you what, when you can pick up a big chunk of yards on the first down play, it makes the other plays a little bit easier.
Yep, opens up everything for you.
Gives you a lot of options.
And these Harlan County offensive linemen just continue to open up gaps and give these running backs and these receivers opportunities to make plays.
And the way we're spreading the field right now, it's keeping the defense off balance. And with that horn, we have came to the end of the first quarter, and your Harlan County Black Bears are on top by a score of 16-0. We'll take you back to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember
County High School, as Harlan County threatening once again. And here comes a handoff to James Ryan Howard. He's going to take it plenty enough yards for the first down. Takes it down across the 20 all the way to about the 19. Harlan County leading 16-0, threatening again. Now in the red zone here at home. First down now for the Black Bears. I tell you an interesting stat that Mr. John Henson just passed along to us. And this just goes back to show about that battle in the trenches. Harlan County with 143 yards rushing in the first quarter. South Laurel, 2 yards rushing in the first quarter.
That's
Harlan
impressive.
County is really playing right now. Here comes the snap to Reimer. He's going to hand off to Howard once again. Good job right there by the linebacker. That's Elza, the opposing running back. Did a good job getting low, hitting him in the shin or in the thigh and making him fall off balance. Still a pickup of about 4 there for Howard. So it's going to bring up second at about 6 or 7.
4-yard gain on the play. That should be a 7-6 for the Black Bears. On the 15-yard
So they're going to call it 2nd and 6 now at the 15-yard line. They sneak, they alternate there between Thomas Jordan and James Ryan Howard in the backfield. And one's 26 and one's 20. It's hard to tell which is which sometimes. That's Howard, I do believe, again on that carry. That pitch was kind of looked like a little miscommunication on the pitch. He's going to be no gain on the play. So with no gain, it's going to bring it back to 3rd and about 6. Good job right there by that South Laurel line, getting to him quickly.
Yep.
I do want to say hello to Mr. Rodney. I'm used to seeing him up here in the booth, and he's not up here this evening. We got, I tell you what, though, we got Coach up here keeping the clock for us. So Coach Jerry's up here keeping the clock, and he's doing a good job at that. But I tell you what, I miss old Rodney Sellers, and I wish him nothing but the best. Doctor's orders, he couldn't come tonight, but hope to have him back soon. Here comes the pitch to Thomas Jordan. He's going to try to use that speed, and good blocking, and he's finally wrestled down there, had nowhere to go. Good pursuit right there coming from South Laurel, and we do have a flag on the play. I don't know who this is going against. We're going to see, but this would bring up 4th down depending on the flag. They're going to get a face mask right there, so whoever it was came through and hit him. That's going to be a face mask, and that's going to should be an automatic 1st down, half the distance of the goal is what I'm thinking.
Yep. That's an unfortunate penalty for South Laurel, too, because other than that, it was a really good defensive possession for them.
They really did a good job right there, and that's one of the things you notice as the field gets smaller, it kind of limits your options on some of the stuff you can do, and they did a good job pursuing the ball right there. Much better job on defense than the first couple opening possessions. So if they do half the distance to the goal, and this is where you got that gray area in football. Is it a personal foul, face mask, or is it an inadvertent face mask? But I don't think they do it either way here. But they must have called it an inadvertent face mask because they moved the ball up 5 yards. Looks like we'll replay the down, and that's going to make it 3rd and 3 now. Here comes the snap. Low snap. Reimer picks it up and hands it right there to James Ryan Howard, and he takes it all the way down to about the 3 or 4 yard line. Good job right there, just following his blockers and rushing forward.
It's a nice play by Ethan Reimer, too, to recover that low snap.
Yeah, he really did a good job. Quickly. And he handed it off about as quickly as he recovered.
Yeah.
And that was a good job. Good hand-eye coordination right there from the big man. So Harlan County 1st and goal now from the 3. Low snap again, and he recovers again, keeps the ball himself, and he's pushing forward. And they're going to hold him out of the end zone just barely, it looks like. Going to take it all the way down to about the 1. Good job recovering again right there. Looked like a little low snap. And that's going to make it now 2nd and goal from about the 2. Can't tell if he's on the 1 or 2 right here. It's really hard to tell from the angle where we're setting once they get down there low. I try to watch the marker on the side, but it looks like he's set up between the 1 and 2. Can't really tell. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Black Bears. Williamsburg and Oneida, Tennessee all knotted up at 28 with 4:02 left in the game. That's a good one. Harlan County looking to score here. Handoff comes right there to James Ryan Howard, and he's just going to power his way into the end zone following those lead blocks. And it's going to be another touchdown, Black Bears, as Harlan County now extends the lead out to 22. And they're going to try to tack on more here with either an extra point or a 2-point conversion. You know, they've set up to go for a kick both times. Both times, South Laurel's jumped, and they've came back out and went for the 2-point conversion and got it.
Yeah, very interesting. If I was South Laurel, I might would wait, see what happens this time. You know, give the kicker a chance, see what he looks like. Because, I mean, Harlan County's had really good success on their first 2-point conversions.
They really have, and that's down set to kick right here. Looks like Spurlock was going to be the holder. Here comes the snap, gets it down, the kick's on the way. And it's a line drive right through the upright. I tell you what, that ball moved fast.
Yeah.
And the kick is good, and it now extends the lead 23-0. Harlan County on top with 8:39 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take you back to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
Back to Harlan County High School, where the Black Bears are on top 23-0 as we head to another kickoff here. 8:39 to go here in the opening half. Some scores to pass along to you at halftime. Perry Central on top of Whitley County by a score of 14-0. And I did give you the wrong score, the Williamsburg and Oneida score. Williamsburg actually is on top 28-27 now. They've taken a 1-point advantage after trailing by 1 early. Here comes the kickoff, and good job right there by South Laurel. I do believe that was number 35. Am I correct?
Yep, I think you are.
Number 35, that would be none other than Bryce Hall recovering that onside kick, and that's what you want to see as a coach. Don't try to pick it up and be a hero. Cover it up and get us our possession, because that's good field position. They're going to start at about the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. I think if I was going to say what's impressed me the most so far from the Black Bear side of the football is the speed.
Yeah.
And the aggressiveness I've seen from both defense and offense.
Yeah.
I've loved it. Here comes the snap to Mitchell. He fakes a handoff. He pitches it forward, but I tell you what, I think that's number 41 was right there to quickly. That was number 19 on that little out pass. That's Jackson Hammock. But I tell you what, for Harlan County, number 41, Dallas Sargent, was right there on him the entire time and brings him down about as quickly as he catches the ball. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4. Looks like it's going to bring up second and about 6 now for the Cardinals. Dallas Sargent, another athlete. I tell you what, he's one of those kids. Josh Sargent even came to me and he said, I'm telling you what, he scares me because he don't care who he hits. And he don't care how hard he gets hit. He'll get back up and hit you again. And when Josh says that, you know you must like to hit. There's a pass out to the flat, and they get it. I'm trying to see which player that was. That's number 18 that caught that. That's Garrison Brown with the catch from Mitchell. And he's immediately ran down by a couple different Black Bears. Takes it to cross midfield to about the 49. He's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 now for South Laurel. Big play right here, both sides of the ball. Mitchell calling for the snap. He's going to hand it off. Fumble on the play, and good job right there by Mitchell to cover it up. They're still scrumming for the ball, but Mitchell was definitely on it first. So that was a good job by him with the handoff getting popped away. Mitchell immediately fell on the ball, covered it up. They're going to lose some yards on that, and it's now going to bring up 4th and about 6.
Yep, another play where the Harlan County defense got into the backfield fast. That time it was Darren Allred again. Sped the offense up a little bit and almost had a turnover.
So that makes you see what South Laurel chooses to do here. They're lining up like they're going to punt the ball, trying to see who Harlan County's getting back. Is that Swanner? It's usually Swanner or Spurlock.
I think
it's Swanner.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if he gets loose in open field, you better watch out.
Could be dangerous.
South Laurel steps back to punt. Here comes the snap. Nice snap. Not a bad little punt. Stays in the air a long time. Takes a bounce for the Cardinals and goes all the way down. Rolls to about the 26-yard line of Harlan County, and that's where they'll start out on this drive, 1st and 10. Tell you what, that ball, I think it bounced further than it went in the air.
Yeah.
And it's a good job.
Great roll.
And that's one of those balls that kind of scares you as a coach. You don't want your players to touch it and make it a live ball. So good job there on special teams. Harlan County kind of getting away from it, just letting it roll.
Well, the way that their offense has been moving the ball this game, you got to be confident that they could take it at any point.
And you don't want to risk anything.
Right, exactly.
Why risk it right there? Another score to pass along into the first. Jellicoe on top of Lincamp, 14-8. Into the first, Harlan on top of Berea, 16-8. And here, Harlan County on top of South Laurel, 23-0. Reimer steps up. You got Swanner going in motion. Little pitch to him, little end around. He's trying to find some room. Good blocks going on for him, and he sneaks through. And here comes that speed. He is juking people left and right, and you're not going to catch him, folks. Swanner's taking it to the house. Touchdown, Black Bears. We had just talked about if Swanner gets some free space, watch out.
Yeah, he's an incredible athlete, man. I was just thinking, you've seen a lot of Thomas Jordan, you've seen a lot of Howard, you've seen a lot of different guys. I hadn't seen Swanner in a minute. And it's about time that Swanner makes a big play, and that was a big play right there.
Swanner lines up a lot. He's a receiver.
Yeah.
He has great hands.
Yeah.
But he came in motion right there. And Reimer, all he had to do was just kind of pop it out to him.
Yeah.
And good blocking downfield by the Black Bears, because it looked like South Laurel was going to sneak up on him there a couple times. But he used footwork and some nice blocks downfield. And once he hit that last guy and did that little deke step right there, he was to the house.
He's so elusive. You see, like you said, you would see groups, and then you would see Swanner come out. You would see groups, and then Swanner would come out.
And
Great play.
What was funny on that, when he came to this side, I knew nobody was catching him.
Yeah. From that point, it was done for.
Extra point, kick through by Downs. I tell you what, he's got a line drive kick.
It works. It's 2 for 2.
And just like that, with 6:48 remaining here in the first half, Harlan County on top by a score of 32-0. We'll take you back to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-in pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Welcome back. Will Cassim set for the kickoff. He's going to kick it downfield this time. It's going to be recovered down there. Look like number 30. Nope, that's number 9. And quickly downfield. I'm trying to see who that was. Man, he got down the field in a hurry.
I think it was number 30, William Jones.
Was that 30? I pressed right there.
I saw 30 moving pretty fast.
He got down that field, and Bundy had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like, he got on him that quick. So, good job on special teams tonight for the Black Bears. South Laurel will start out 1st and 10 from the 25. And I honestly can say that, like I've said all along, speed tonight has been the most interesting thing to me.
Yep.
Here comes the snap. Hands off to Elza. Harlan County. Well, I'll tell you what, good job right there by South Laurel's line. They moved those Black Bears, and that's a hard thing to do.
Yep.
It's not easy to do, but they pushed them forward for some positive yardage right there when I didn't think he had anything to do. I didn't think he had anywhere to go because they clogged up the lane. But he's going to make something out of nothing. Gains about 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. Another score to pass along. Williamsburg. A final 28-27 over Oneida, Tennessee. I tell you what, that must have been some game. 28-27. 5:58 to go now. Clock is running. 30-0. Harlan County on top. Mitchell passes out in the flat there. Quickly swarmed by, I saw 40-something. It is so hard to see. I think that's Dallas Sargent again or Darren Allred.
I believe that might have been Sargent that time.
I think that was Sargent again. He's quick to the ball, too.
He is.
I tell you what, the way he gets to quit people quick, it reminds me of Bill Goldberg, the way he used to spear people, man. He gets there. They did pick up the first down on that, but Sargent kept him from getting any more. That was a good pass right there from Mitchell. I couldn't tell if that was to Brown or Hammock, but a good job by him getting the first down for South Laurel. And Mitchell's going to keep it and roll out to the right. Good coverage by the DBs, and Carter is all over the quarterback there. And he's going to take him down at about the 32-yard line. Did you see Carter smacking at that ball?
I did.
He was trying to force a fumble there. He was all over. He was all over him right there, trying to get that ball to pop free. But that's going to be a good quarterback sack right there. Going to back him up 2 yards, make it 2nd and 12. I didn't know what he was doing at first. I saw him kind of swatting down. He was trying to strip that ball. I was like, why is he not taking him to the ground? Halftime, Bell County's extended that lead over North Laurel. It's 23-7.
Ooh. Log Mountain.
Log Mountain, it's a hard place to play, I'm telling you. Basketball, football, I don't care if you're playing
I know it's hard to play in basketball.
It's hard to play at Log Mountain. Here comes the snap to Mitchell. He's looking. I tell you what, our DBs are doing a good job, and they're going to pick this one off. I read that one all the way. Swanner was waiting on it.
Yep.
A good job right there, though, by the receiver. That was, I couldn't see the number. Couldn't see which receiver that was for South Laurel, but that was a good job by him to wrap up Swanner. Because there were two, he was covered by two different people. Swanner just waited on it.
Yep.
And it wasn't a bad throw either. That was a good throw by Mitchell, and just double coverage, it makes it hard. And I tell you what, our DBs are playing well this year.
Yeah.
So Harlan County will take over on about the 34-yard line. 4:37 to go here in the first half. In the second quarter, Harlan is on top of Berea, 16-8 still. I think that's going to be another battle there between Harlan and Berea. Here comes the handoff. I think it's James Ryan Howard. Man, he keeps those feet moving.
So he still didn't go down.
No, he never went down. Good job right there by the defense as well, though. They hit low, and that's what you want your players on defense to do. You want them to hit low. And I think that may have been Elza on the tackle. I couldn't really tell from up here. I do believe it was another running back. He was digging his feet too.
Yeah.
Harlan County, it's now 2nd and 9. He did get 1 yard out of that. Have we had any negative plays yet? Other than the penalty, I don't think we've had a negative actual play. That's what you want to see. I just saw lightning. I hope they don't delay this thing again. Maybe it's heat lightning. Here comes a pass out in the flat. That is Spurlock with that catch. Does a good job getting a couple more yards tacked on to the end of that run. He's going to take it out to about the 41-yard line, and that's going to be good for a gain of maybe about 6, and it's going to bring up, looks like 3rd and 3. So a much more manageable third down here. And honestly, he probably would have only got 2 yards out of that had he not. He did a nice little swim move there, pushed forward.
This will be interesting here. Harlan County hasn't faced many third downs.
No, not yet.
I can only remember one.
Yeah, that was the second drive, maybe, or first drive. Was it our first one?
It might have been first off the penalty.
I think you're right. Here comes a quick snap out to, I can't tell, that's got to be Jordan the way he's running.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, he's hitting those spin moves. Jordan is so good at spinning. He does such a good job.
Another kid is really elusive, just like Jonah. I mean, they're not down until they're down. And it don't matter how many people's around them, they can get out of about anything.
He takes it forward from about 7-yard gain, I'd say, on that play, enough for the first down. So Harlan County's now got the ball 1st and 10 from their own 49. About to cross midfield into Cardinal territory. Another score to pass along at halftime. Belfry on top of Pulaski, 14-7, trying to get a little revenge from that opening game last year. 3:20 to go here in the opening half. Harlan County on top, 30-0. Reimer setting up. Here comes the handoff. James Ryan Howard. I don't know how he ducked through that. Or is that Sargent? That's Sargent.
Even more impressive. I mean,
it's a good run by your fullback right there. When your lead blocker can get yardage like that, that's impressive. And he takes it all the way down to the opposing 34-yard line. So a 17-yard gain right there. Number 17 with 17.
Yeah.
First down for the Black Bears now from the 34-yard line. They're knocking on the door once again. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. I'm kind of curious why the clock is not running right now. Might be a timeout on the field. Looks like one of the referees is looking at a helmet or something. I can't tell what's going on. But it looks like everything's good. It looks like number 22 for South Laurel, that is Mitchell, the quarterback, who also plays defense. He's going off to get something fixed. And they're going to call a timeout. I believe this is did you see who they said called that timeout? I've not seen a motion yet of who actually called the timeout, but nevertheless, with 3:03 remaining here in the opening half, Harlan County on top by a score of 30-0. We'll take you to a commercial break and be back in just a second on 105.1 WTUK.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don's Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don's Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Price is valid through August 23rd.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Harlan County in the lead 30-0 with 3:03 remaining here in the first half. Reimer gets the snap, low snap, but he picks it up and takes off. He's going to be met about the line right there. Good job. That was number 20, TJ Francione, and number, I think, 52, Malachi Bailey in there on the stop.
It's a 1 yard loss.
It's going to be a 1 yard loss, so there's our first negative yardage play. Reimer, though, it was a low snap. He kind of had to pick it up and just try to make something out of it. So not going to hold that against him. 2nd and 11 now, and it looks like maybe a little rain might be starting to fall out there. It looks like if you look at the lights, maybe a light mist. I do not see umbrellas going up. Maybe on that side. Maybe is it raining on this side yet?
I do see one umbrella on the other side, on the visitor side. So maybe
I have seen that happen before. Here comes the handoff. That's James Ryan Howard. He's just pulling people. He takes it all the way down to about the 26. Man, he runs hard. Not only is Paula Hall doing an awesome job of sending me scores, she's keeping me updated on the weather, too. Like, she's got her own newscast going. She told me there was a storm cell that blew up very close to us. Said she was crossing her fingers it didn't hit us, but said it was moving more north than east. So hopefully it'll move on out of here because we want to keep this game rolling. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 now for Harlan County. Handoff comes to Howard again. He hits the hole. Good job by the line right there. Like, he just kind of ran through untouched until he hit the secondary. Takes it all the way down. Looks like he's going to be close to about the 14-yard line. So it's going to be another first down. Good run right there by James Ryan Howard. Good blocking by the line. Pineville all over Phelps at halftime, up 30-0. Oh.
That is a first down, Black Bear.
So the clock continues to run, 1:37 to go here in the opening half. Harlan County knocking on the door again, once again in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. That is, I think that was Jordan on that run. Couldn't tell. Good job by the defense to snuff that one out and get a stop. Positive yardage, but gain of maybe a couple. Or that may have been Howard on that run again. I can't really tell. It's so hard to see. You know, like I said, Jordan's 20. James Ryan Howard's 26. And where we're sitting, it's hard to see which number it is. That's Howard in there right now, so that was him on that run. James Ryan Howard's going to get the pitch again on this play, and he hits the outside little sweep to the left side, and he takes it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, Black Bears. That was impressive right there. A little sweep with good blocks.
Could that have been Thomas Jordan?
Was it Thomas Jordan? It was. See, I told you, it's hard to see the numbers.
20 and 26.
And the way those numbers shine.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. That was Thomas Jordan. He spun right there.
I knew it looked really fast. I knew it looked like a really fast run.
And he does run. He runs quick, and he did a good job. So my bad, Thomas. If you go back and watch this, that's your touchdown, sir. You earned it. Nice little pitch to the left side. Followed his blockers into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Bears. And a correction. Pineville's up 39-0.
Wow.
At halftime. It's the way that they have the metallic paint almost on the numbers. It's hard to tell the difference with the 20 and the 26, especially when you're old and you're setting way up high.
Yeah, and they come up, you know, it's a physical sport. Come up, the numbers are wrinkled a little bit.
Exactly.
They can kind of run together.
Down set for the extra point try again. Another line drive right down the middle. And Harlan County puts 7 more on the board, and it's now 37-0 with 48 seconds remaining here in the opening half. We'll take you back station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
This is Harlan Circuit Judge Kent Hendrickson. I have worked hard for almost 8 years to restore stability and trust in the court as I promised you I would. I love this community and I will continue to work tirelessly to improve the caliber of justice in our county. Together, we can ensure that everyone having business before the Harlan Circuit Court is treated fairly and equally without exception. I ask you for your vote to re-elect me, Kent Hendrickson, your Harlan Circuit Judge, in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Harlan County now on top by a score of 37-0. And here comes a little onside kick attempt. Covered up. Good job right there by number 52, Malachi Bailey, covering that onside kick up right at midfield. And South Laurel now with 46 seconds left in the opening half are going to try to get a little spark going for them right now.
Yeah, they got Harlan County does have a comfortable lead, but South Laurel gets started with good field position here with 46 seconds left.
Still
Try to
have
make
two
something
timeouts,
happen.
too. Yeah, they still got those timeouts. And I tell you, Mitchell showed he's got a decent arm.
Yeah.
He has a decent arm. And I give credit to Harlan County's DBs tonight. They're playing good. Well, I shouldn't say playing good. See, I'm a math teacher. I should say playing well.
They're
playing very well. So
I didn't catch that. I mean,
that's because
math
you teach
guys
math.
well.
Quarterback drops back. This is a new quarterback in there. That was number 11. Passes it out, quickly swarmed up. I did not see that was number 11, Noah Smith. He's listed as a wide receiver and a linebacker, but he's in there a sophomore. Nice little pitch out right there. Gained about 6. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Could not see who he pitched it to. May have been Gage Larkey. I could not tell. He lines up again out there at quarterback. And they're going to get – we jump right there. Going to get us for offsides. So that's going to be enough for a first down. Like I said, there's only 9 seconds remaining here in the opening. They're trying to stop the clock, but it's still running. The referees are trying to stop it down there. But that's going to give a first down to South Laurel with that penalty. They're trying to get him to reset the clock. I like how he's holding up fingers down there like we can see that from up here to what they're going to reset the clock to. So first down now for South Laurel. Not much time left on the clock, but they have moved forward to about the 40-yard line. So they're going to have, looks like they put 11 seconds back on the clock. They're going to have enough for about 1 or 2 plays, depending on what type of plays those are right here. Looks like they're starting. I thought he started to wind to start the clock, but he did not. Here comes the snap. Little pass out to the right side. Falls incomplete. Sells a little high, a little too high for Brown to be able to get out there and get that one. So that's going to bring up now 2nd and 10 from about the 39-yard line with 6 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Halftime at Bell County. Bell County on top, 23, North Laurel 7. Tell you what, some of these mountain teams are playing some good games this evening.
Yep, you love to see that too.
South Laurel lines up, little motion in the backfield now. Snap comes, little pass going forward, and it almost was picked off there. I tell you what, Spurlock wanted that. And you got to see a little bit of that jump right there.
Yeah.
He's got some hops.
Yeah, you saw it a little bit.
Tell you what, Spurlock's got some hops. That ball kind of sailed a little bit there on Smith as he threw it. And I thought for a second the receiver was going to have a chance to get it, but it stayed in the air a little longer than I think they wanted it to.
Yep. Spurlock, once again, got there really fast, too, was able to make a play on the ball and almost had a really, really big play to end the first half.
And it kind of makes you wonder if something's going on. Number 22, Mitchell, started out at quarterback. You saw him there on defense go out, look like a helmet issue or something. Just hoping he's okay and it's not an injury or anything like that. And look, they're going deep with it. And it's going to be picked off that time by Spurlock. And he's gonna take off with it. Oh, my goodness. He's got the speed, couple blocks, but he fumbled it. As he fell, he fumbled it. But nevertheless, he picked it off, ran it back all the way to almost midfield. It's not going to matter, though, because the horn sounded halftime. And as it stands at the half, Harlan County on top big by a score of 37-0. I tell you what, Harlan County has came out to play this evening.
Yep. They absolutely have. You know, they've done it on both sides of the ball, all aspects of the game. They're looking really good.
And I tell you what, they seem to be the more energetic team on the field right now.
Well, we talked about the emotion all game, and you've seen it from guys across the board. You know, after big plays are made, they're showing emotion. And after Southall makes a few plays of their own, they're staying level-headed.
And, you know, what gets me is some folks were talking about there was an issue going on with they played a 7-on-7, I think it was, a scrimmage. They did a 7-on-7 in a scrimmage, and I believe South came away and won that in the scrimmage. And, you know, so I think there was a lot of smack talking going on between the two teams while they're doing 7-on-7 because it's a different beast of its own. But Harlan County coming out here this evening, and they're showing out tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
So at the half, we'll take you to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK. And real quick here at the half, we like to showcase all of our students and our student athletes, and we're going to welcome the Harlan County dance team to the field. And they are sponsored by Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Harlan County High School dance team.
And next up, we want to welcome the Harlan County High School cheerleaders to the field. All these young ladies work hard. Great job by the dance team. Now you're going to get to watch the cheerleaders come out to the field to perform a routine. And once again, our halftime show brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Harlan County High School cheerleaders.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear Sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank, with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
SECRE, or Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitation Industries, is a nonprofit organization. Their primary purpose is to provide qualified personnel, facilities, and related services for persons with disabilities, enabling them to obtain and to be successful in maintaining competitive employment. They provide their partners and customers with competitive pricing on quality products that meet the expectations of a globalized market. For more information, call their Pineville office, 606-337-5222, or go to sekri.org.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. You hear them, they're doing the raffle right now for the, I'm still jealous I didn't get in on this raffle. I see Bo Lee down here. He's sitting there with our fearless leader, Kathy Napier, our principal, and they're just anxious to hand out this money, and I didn't even get a raffle ticket.
I didn't know that they were doing the raffle tickets. So I'm a little upset as well.
Bo down there waving money, waiting for people to come take it. I like it. That's one thing I love to see is Bo is so involved in the school.
Yeah.
Like with first priority programs, it's an awesome thing to see. He's always trying to help out in any way he can. He does a great job with that. But at halftime, I tell you something else I like to see. Harlan County on the good side of that score. They're up right now 37-0 here at the half. And if I'm not mistaken, we will have a running clock as we head into the second half. I'm not really sure. The rain has started to fall. And I tell you what, I was really impressed by our dance team and our cheerleaders not missing a beat dancing in the rain.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's really impressive. People forget they're athletes too. You know? They practice and do things just like everybody else does.
They really do. And thanks to Mr. John Henson, you know, he's one of those guys. He always has got the numbers for us, and I appreciate him. You need to check out his website, harlancountysports.com. But he gave us some stats at halftime. They're kind of eye-opening and kind of a telltale of how this game has gone so far. So far, Harlan County, 31 carries for 315 yards. 3 of 4 passing with 1 interception for 24 yards. 12 first downs and 5 penalties for 40 yards. You know, as a coach, the only thing you're not liking there is probably the penalties and that 1 interception. But that INT was after we'd stopped on a 4th down conversion or fourth down try. We were just trying to go deep with it.
Yep.
So you can't – the 5 penalties, though, yeah, that's something you can clean up. But other than that, Harlan County's looked electric out there this evening.
No, they really have, and it started on the first drive. I mean, first drive they came out and moved the ball with ease, and they really haven't looked back.
And then we get over to the stats for South Laurel. This was kind of a telltale to me of how the defense played. South Laurel, 11 carries for 0 yards. 6 of 11 passing with 3 interceptions. They do have 30, I can't even read my own writing, 32 or 37 yards passing. 3 first downs, and they've only had 2 penalties for 2 yards. So Harlan County really controlling both sides of the ball right now.
Yeah, in Harlan County, we've scored 37 points, and we have kicked it onside almost every time. And South Laurel has recovered all those. And they haven't threatened really to score like inside like the 20 to 15-yard line.
The closest I believe they got was on that one drive that then came back.
Yeah.
It came back 5 yards, I think maybe. I don't remember. It was down on this end. I do remember that, though. They got down to, it was like around the 24, and that's when we stopped them on fourth down. I think that was their opening drive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Some scores to pass along to you at the half. Thank you again to Paula Hall for helping me with this. At halftime, Pineville 30, Phelps 0. I'm sorry. Once again, I got to correct myself. Pineville was up 39-0. Bell County up at the half against North Laurel by a score of 23-7. Looks like they're kind of trying to take control down there at Log Mountain. Final, Frederick Douglass 52, Bryan Station 7. So Frederick Douglass all over Bryan Station. And at halftime, Pineville up big against Phelps 45-0. So there's some scores to pass along to you at the half. Last I heard at halftime, Harlan was on top of Berea by a score of 16-0. I do believe Mr. Henson was telling me that Harlan was threatening to score again and then fumbled around the 10-yard line, so that stalled that drive. But we still have a few minutes left until we get the second half underway, and South Laurel will be receiving as they come out of the locker room. So we'll take you back to the station for a commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
This is Harlan Circuit Judge Kent Hendrickson. I have worked hard for almost 8 years to restore stability and trust in the court as I promised you I would. I love this community and I will continue to work tirelessly to improve the caliber of justice in our county. Together, we can ensure that everyone having business before the Harlan Circuit Court is treated fairly and equally without exception. I ask you for your vote to re-elect me, Kent Hendrickson, your Harlan Circuit Judge, in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Harlan County on top, 37-0. We're going to have 3 minutes put back up on the clock here before the second half will get underway. Did find out, though, someone said they got an alert on their phone that rain was going to be here in 5 to 8 minutes, and I've got some sad news for them. Their alert was a little bit late because it's already raining.
Yep.
Nothing severe right now here, but they did say over at Harlan they had to go in a lightning delay, I do believe it was, so luckily we didn't see that, so we can keep this game rolling on. But I know Sean texted and said that, texted Michael and told him that it thundered so loud it rattled the studio. Stay safe up there, Sean. Score to pass along to you. Knox Central on top of Clay County by a score of 20-12. So another good game here in the mountains. I tell you what, there's some battles going on right now.
Yep. It's good to be able to talk about these scores, too.
Yeah.
Football's back. You know, sports are back underway.
And I tell you what, it's good to be able to do it without saying, okay, you got to sit in pods or family groups wearing masks. It's good to just have some more normalcy back.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I said I'm liking about this. I mean, COVID is still real. COVID can still, make you very sick, but we've got that normalcy back.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad seeing the stands. All these people having a good time. I tell you what, Pulaski moving the ball in the air. They've tied up the game with Belfry now, 14-14. And thank you so much, Paula, sending all these scores to us. I tell you what, she keeps me in line, keeps me straight, keeps me from having to look all these up. But I greatly appreciate it. And I'm seeing some of the football players. I just saw lightning again here. I'm hoping the referees did not see. I mean, I don't want to put anybody in danger, but we've got 1:16 to go here. There is a very good chance that we will be in a lightning delay before long. And I'm telling you what, it's the Harlan County football team looks really loose down there right now warming up. I hear jump around on the playing on the speakers, and they're jumping around.
And they've got something to jump around about right now.
They
had a great first half. I'm sure they're itching to get back out there. I'm sure that they do not want the lightning delay either. I'm sure they're ready to get back going.
I tell you what, they've been itching since the opening kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
They were waiting at midfield on South.
Yeah, they were literally waiting
to
do the coin toss.
It's been a fun game to watch, and I'm like you. They do have something to jump around about. They have played well so far, and it's nothing to hang your heads. If you're South Laurel, those kids have came out and battled. They fought hard. Hope they keep it up as well. Do want to give a shout-out to Sean at the station for helping things run smoothly there on that end, and then we have Michael Scott running things here on this end. And, I'm just now seeing the graphic that he's put up for my picture. Thank you so much, Michael Scott, for picking one from the classroom and me giving a thumbs up. I do believe a student took that picture and tagged me in it, but I don't really care. So a shout-out to Michael Scott running everything here. And also Kerrigan, one of my students helping Sean out at the station. Want to give her a shout-out as well. And I got to give Cam a shout-out, man. I know this is your first time doing, football. You've done a good job, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. I told you, I'm a sports guy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know all the technicalities of the different formations and things like that. But, I mean, I've loved football since I was a kid. I never got to play it, though.
It's kind of like me. I'll be honest. I tried playing football when I don't know. I was in junior high, and I was just like, I don't know. I like basketball. And I ended up playing basketball, and everybody's like, man, you're a big dude. You'd have been great on the line. That was my problem. I never wanted to play the line. Wasn't nothing against the line. I had good hands. I wanted to be like a tight end or something like that, and I knew I was never going to get that shot when you're built like me. So I stuck with basketball, and I played basketball for several years, and then I kind of fizzled out when about my junior year, senior year of high school. I was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah. No, it happens.
It's just one of those things. But I've always loved sports. Big fan. I mean, I even like baseball, and that's one of those sports, like, it's hard to watch on TV, but if you go to a game, it's absolutely amazing.
If you go to the game, it's a completely different experience. I've been to a couple of MLB games. It's been a long time, but I'm the type, I'm not going to turn it on TV, but if I can go to the game and experience it firsthand, I'm there.
Well, we did something different this summer. We went to New York instead of going to the beach. My mom passed away back in January. It was rough. We'd always went to the beach as a family. Everybody just go and have a good time. So we wanted to do something a little different. And my wife was like, why don't we go to New York this year? Because my daughter's big into Hamilton. They wanted to go watch Hamilton. I was like, look, I'm fine with that, but I'm not going to watch Hamilton. She surprised me with Yankees tickets and got me tickets, and I went to Yankee Stadium, was able to go watch the Rays and the Yankees. She set me and my son in seats like right behind home plate. We were up high behind home plate, got free peanuts, free chips. We had a blast.
Yeah.
It was awesome just getting to go to Yankee Stadium. Rode the subway all the way down there from Times Square. It was just an experience. It was different, but it was a lot of fun. I've always said I'd love to be able to go to all the ballparks.
Yeah.
Just to say I've been.
Just to say you did it.
I've been to Comerica up in Detroit, and I've been to of course, to see the Reds. And here comes the kickoff. Sorry, enough about baseball. That kickoff came straight, and it's bobbled around, picked up in there by number 9 now. And all the defensive players on special teams had committed, and he's got one man to beat down there, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. That's number 9, Hunter Bundy. And if you are South Laurel, that's the way you want to start that half.
It's exactly how you wanted to start it. And if you're Harlan County, that's how you didn't want to start it. I mean, it's the polar opposite.
Well, it was one of those things. Number 23, that was Gage Larkey. The ball kind of went through his hands, and everybody kind of committed to him. And then you had number 9, Bundy, came back there and picked it up. And after those players had committed, he took to the left side of the field. And that's one thing you have to learn. Sometimes over-eagerness like that and being too quick to the ball can lead to a play like that, and that's what happened. But the clock's going to keep running nonetheless, because once the running clock does start, it does not stop after that. So they scored, and it looks like they're going to set up for the extra point try now. Cannot see what number that is set up for the extra point try. Here comes the snap. The kick is up, and that's a nice-looking kick right there, right through the uprights, and that puts 7 points on the board for South Laurel now. So with 10:49 now remaining, and the clock will continue to run. The score is 37-7, Harlan County on top. We'll take you back to the station for a commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I want to tell you about one of the exciting programs we have at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. We offer GED classes Monday through Friday. These classes are designed to assist individuals in becoming prepared for college or starting a new career. The best part about it, these classes are totally free, and we cover the cost of the GED test. Please call me, Travis Cox, to sign up for more information. 606-589-3210.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. And South Laurel gets on the board quick with that kickoff return for a touchdown. And that's going to be a learning spot right there for the Black Bears. Overcommitted on that kickoff and cost them 6. But nonetheless, Harlan County is now set to receive the ball. 37-7, Harlan County on top. Here comes the kick. He's going to kick it deep. And that looks like, I did not see who that was that has it, but he's turned on the jets. That's got to be Jordan.
Thomas Jordan.
That's Jordan, and he's going to try to do the same. They have an angle on him. They finally take him down across midfield all the way down to about the 37-yard line. Good kickoff return right there from Thomas Jordan.
That's exactly what you want if you're Harlan County, to respond that way the very next play.
Just to let them know you're not quitting.
Yeah.
You're not
put them right
stop.
back in position to put some more points on the board.
Yes, sir. So Harlan County will have it 1st and 10 there at about the 37-yard line. Thomas Jordan doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah.
Running the ball, kickoff returns. Belfry had a turnover. Pulaski scored. Pulaski now on top, 21-14. Here's the snap to Reimer. Handoff inside there to, I think that's Sargent with the ball. And they still haven't brought him down. He's not going to go down. They're going to blow the play dead. Looks like he picked up about 3 or 4 on that one. So going to bring up 2nd and about 6. Shelby Valley and Letcher County, they're now in a lightning delay there. But as I was saying, after that 4-yard gain, it's going to be 2nd and 6. I'd visited several parks. I've been to the one in Detroit. I actually got to go to one in Tampa Bay. And then I've been to see the Reds, and I also got to see Yankee Stadium, which was actually really cool. Michael giving me the death stare. I'm talking about baseball during a football game. Here comes snap to Reimer. Handoff. Ball comes free. I know that ball's got to be slick, and South Laurel's going to recover. So just like that ball, that rain's coming down pretty good out there. That ball's got to be a little bit wet. I did not see who that was on that handoff. Looked like they almost ran into each other a little bit there, too, on the handoff, little exchange. But South Laurel recovers, and the clock will continue to run. It's still 37-7, but it'll be South ball here on the 33-yard line. And if you're Harlan County, this is not how you want to start the second half.
No.
But you built yourself such a lead in the first half, you have some wiggle room.
You have a cushion. This will be the first time we've seen this Harlan County defense in this second half too, even though I feel like a lot of actions happen. This is the first time we've seen them back out on the field.
So we're going to have a delay of game now against South Laurel. That's going to back them up 5 more yards. But it looks like now they're calling all the players over to a huddle there. Did they call a timeout? I know they called a delay of game. I've still not seen them signal for a timeout. Did you?
I didn't see the signal either.
Well, we're going to assume that we're taking a timeout here. I've not seen who called the timeout, but we'll take you back to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear Sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. South Laurel now, 1st and 15. Handoff right there with that slickness of the ball again. The ball popped right out of the quarterback's hands. The running back recovered it. But now you kind of understand why that fumble happened there just a second ago. That ball is wet. And I'm telling you what, right now on the turf, it's going to be hard to hold on to.
Yeah, as a lifelong basketball player, I never could understand this level of change that can happen based on the weather. Like in the middle of the game, the whole dynamics have changed. And now you see it in the past 2 possessions. Mm-hmm. It's a little more difficult to hold on to the ball.
2 plays, 2 fumbles in a row by both teams. Luckily right there, South Laurel just able to hop on it and keep it. Lost a couple more yards on that. Going to bring up 2nd and about 17 now. Here comes the handoff. Nope, he's rolling out. That's number 40 back there now at quarterback. Tries to make a pass to number 11. Trying to see number 40. That would be – I don't even see a number 40 on my roster. That is 40, right?
Yep, that is 40.
I do not see a number 40 on my roster. I hadn't seen him back there yet, but he tried to make a pass there to who was playing quarterback before, Noah Smith. Ball bounce. It's going to be 3rd and long now. This rain's going to really cause a problem here. It's going to be really hard to be in that shotgun formation in the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've seen Harlan County has had a little bit of trouble already with the shotgun snaps being a little bit too low and a little trouble with the collection there. I mean, it could force more issues with the rain.
It really could. Back in the shotgun again, we have South Laurel. And he is swarmed immediately by several Black Bears. There were 3 of them back there. Looks like Connor Blevins, Jacob Shoemaker, and I can't see the last one. Who was that? Was that Spurlock getting all the way in there, or Swanner? May have been. No, that's Luke Kelly. Number 16, yep. Luke Kelly got back there. So 3 players right there got back to the quarterback in a hurry. You know, it makes me wonder, we had the equipment issue there in the first half. Maybe that is Mitchell wearing number 40 now.
That crossed my mind too.
Has kind of the same build.
Same build, yep.
It's going to be 4th and a mile right now for South Laurel. This rain causing all kinds of issues now. They're lined up to punt. Good snap, good kick. Nice kick right there. They're going to let it. Oh, it bounces right into the gut of that was Thomas Jordan on that return. Bounces right in his gut, and he takes it all the way back across to the 40. There, I did see a flag fly somewhere on the field, though. I'm not sure what they're going to call. Trying to wait and see what the flag is. He picked it up. He pointed to the sideline. I don't know if this could be a sideline warning or... Did you see what he called there? I did not see.
I didn't see him make a signal.
I think it is a sideline warning. You saw how he did his hands kind of like that. It's a sideline warning. I don't know if maybe one of the coaches was too far onto the field. But there was also, there had to be a penalty somewhere else because a sideline warning is not going to back you up. So must have been a hold maybe on the return. I did not see the call. But nevertheless, Harlan County ball, 1st and 10. It backs them back now. They're going to be on their own 47-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Harlan County. Still staying in that shotgun formation. Snap was a little low. Handoff comes in there. That's James Ryan Howard just kind of, he's got good footwork as well.
Yeah.
He really does. I think that's why I have such a hard time distinguishing between Howard and Thomas Jordan. They both have good footwork.
Yeah, they do. The thing with Harlan County and their weapons is they've got guys who do different things really well. Howard, I feel like it's kind of the combination of all of them. Like, he's got a little bit of everything that he does well.
He has enough speed to be a good back.
Yeah.
He has enough. He's got some power, too. We've seen that in those legs churning.
Yeah.
And he picks up 9 right there, and Harlan County takes it down all the way to about the 44-yard line on the other side. Brings up 2nd and short. Here comes the snap. Hands off to Sargent there, and he's going to barrel his way through, and he's got some light. He's got some speed for a big guy. Takes it all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Nice run right there by your fullback.
He looked really good in that in open space.
And once again, great blocking from your lineman right there, making a hole. And I hate to see this. We have a player down, but it looks like he's getting helped up, so we should be good. It's one thing I always hate to see is somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
And that's something you have to be careful with in this rain as well, is because you can quickly mess a knee up, mess an ankle up. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line for the Black Bears now. Still leading 37-7 with the running clock. We're already down to about 1:18 here in the 3rd quarter. Reimer back in the shotgun once again. Here comes the snap. He hands it off. Sargent with it once again. And he's carrying people all the way down to close to the goal line. And they're going to call it a touchdown as he just ran over people, taking it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sargent.
It's great to see him get in the end zone right there after that big-time run he had to get him down close to the end zone.
And look, he's over there at the coaches. He's calling for him, saying, don't bring somebody in for me. I'm good. Because they figure he's going to be a little winded. That's 2 big runs right there. And takes it in for 6. It's now 43-7, Harlan County on top. Looks like we're going to try for the extra point kick. Downs on the night. I believe he's 3 for 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 3 for 3 and then 2 for 2 on the 2-point conversions.
Shelby Valley and Letcher are in a lightning delay. Bell County North Laurel lightning delay. Into the third quarter, Pulaski over Belfry 28-14. And the Letcher game is restarted, and into the first, Shelby Valley on top 12-6. And the snap gets bobbled, and it's picked up, and they're going to run it all the way back, but they don't let you do that in high school. It's just extra point, no good. You got to think the rain caused probably some problem right there. Had a hard time getting the ball down, and good job by South Laurel, quick to the ball there to stop the extra point try. But as it stands, at the end of 3, we're heading to the fourth quarter. Harlan County on top by a score of 43-7. We'll take back station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-in pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
This is Harlan Circuit Judge Kent Hendrickson. I have worked hard for almost 8 years to restore stability and trust in the court as I promised you I would. I love this community and I will continue to work tirelessly to improve the caliber of justice in our county. Together, we can ensure that everyone having business before the Harlan Circuit Court is treated fairly and equally without exception. I ask you for your vote to re-elect me, Kent Hendrickson, your Harlan Circuit Judge, in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Start of the fourth quarter, Harlan County on top by a score of 43-7. Cassim set to kick off here. He boots it over to the right side, and it's going to squirt out of bounds. Going to be a flag, a legal procedure. So South Laurel will take over, it looks like, on about the 37-yard line. You know, we've seen this rain cause a little bit of trouble here in the second half for both teams.
Yeah, we have, and I'm glad that we got to see a first half where it was pretty clean for the most part as far as handling of the ball, but unfortunately I do think the rain is having an impact here in the second.
I don't believe Harlan County could have asked for a better first half.
No.
They played extremely well. And they've not played bad in this half either. It's just that ball being slick causes problems.
Yeah, the game's just it's a little sloppier. Everything's a little chopped up now with a couple of turnovers but like you said, the first half, I mean, you can't complain. You cannot complain at all with how that first half went for them.
So it looks like South Laurel will take over on about the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for them. Tell you what, our defense has done a great job of keeping the Cardinals out of the end zone this game. Because, I mean, the only score came off a kickoff return. They've done an excellent job.
Yeah, our defense and the offense, they've had the electrifying plays, with Jordan and Swanner and those guys, but our defense has been so good, especially our front line. Just getting to the quarterback, getting to the running backs in the backfield. They've all been really good tonight.
Here comes the snap. And I do believe that's Mitchell, and he's good coverage by the DBs downfield. And they come up to tackle him. He kind of went under him, but I tell you what, that was, once again, I'm trying to see the number. If he turn around for me there, number 31 there on that tackle. That is, trying to find my paper
Brian
here.
Howard.
Brian Howard with a nice hit there. Going to be a gain of a short one maybe, so good stop there by Howard. He's another great kid, works hard.
Yep, he is.
Looks like now South Laurel has trips, ran out to the right side. One man in the backfield with the quarterback. Here comes the snap. He steps back. He's going to look to run now, and he's got a little room. But I tell you what, good job getting to the ball by the Black Bears. They were spread out there in coverage. They run him down at about the 45-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 maybe. Tell you what, I give props to our DBs tonight. They've done a great job in coverage.
Yeah, they really have. It's really been nice to watch. You know, you got the DBs that are in coverage, and then you got the front line and the linebackers that are not given a lot of time.
And they're putting pressure.
It's nice. It's nice teamwork there between the front line and then the DBs.
And it's hard to put blame on anybody there because the quarterback's not having time to look downfield or given a lot of time in the pocket. And he's going to battle his way forward. That's a nice little run right there by the quarterback. Takes it all the way down across midfield. Going to be plenty enough for the first down for South Laurel as he takes it down to the 48-yard line of the Black Bears. Good little run right there. Strong run by Mitchell. And like I said, I'm just assuming that's Mitchell because I do not have a number 40 on the roster. Makes you wonder if maybe he had a little blood on the jersey or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Clock continuing to run. 8:28 to go here. Here comes the snap. I don't know where the snap went. I don't either. I just heard someone else say, I don't know what happened there, and they're going to get a flag there. Probably, I think it was maybe Will Cassim just exploded to the quarterback. He thought he had the ball, and he went to hit him, but they're probably going to get him there for roughing the passer. Or no, there's a flag. I heard the PA say offsides. I think that was maybe a false start. Maybe because they backed up the offense, so it's going to be 1st and 15 now. I've had a hard time seeing the motions of the referees, you know.
Yeah.
But it had to be. That's what it looks like. It's got to be a false start because 5-yard loss for South Laurel. It's now going to be 1st and 15. Snap goes underneath the quarterback. He just falls on it, and he's going to have the ball. It's going to be a big loss. Going to back him up. That snap went right by his hands. I'm telling you what, this rain is causing all kinds of problems.
Yeah, completely changed the game.
And now, after a penalty and a snap that gets away, South Laurel is going to have it 2nd and a mile from about the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line after they were in Black Bear territory. .648 to go. Here comes the snap, dropping back to pass. He's got trips right. He's going deep with it. And Kelly's there, and Kelly picks it off. Good job right there by Kelly reading that pass. He just came underneath it. Also a good job right there by Bundy to get underneath and get a stop, not let him get any return yards on that, because sometimes interceptions can turn into pick sixes really quick. So good job by Bundy to stop that. And with that turnover, the ball goes back to Harlan County. They will have it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Yep, the other dynamic that Harlan County has is that they're forcing turnovers. They've got some real playmakers on defense in their backfield that are also playmakers on offense. I mean, you look at what Jonas Swanner's done tonight on the defensive end, what Luke Kelly just did. Spurlock had an interception earlier, Sargent with an interception. So these guys are making plays on both sides of the ball and causing real problems.
And here's the problem for us. They're asking us to pick a player of the game. I don't know how we're going to do that.
That's a tough task.
But it is now 43-7, Harlan County on top, 5:50 to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take you back station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested, should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School. Harlan County takes over 1st and 10. Here comes a snap. Looks like a broken play right there, and I think that is now number 5 in there at quarterback for the Black Bears. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Mr. Zach Bergen getting a little playing time back there. But looks like on the broken play, he never hit the ground. He did a good job staying on his feet, but they got to him really quick. So it's going to be now 2nd and 15 for the Black Bears. Here comes a run. I believe that's number 31 on that carry. That would be Brian Howard on the carry. Looks like he's going to take it back to about the original line of scrimmage, gain of 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 now.
Yep, nice run from Howard. You saw the tackle on the last possession on defense, and he has a nice run to get HC back in position to maybe pick up this 1st down here.
Lining back up, Bergen in the shotgun. Here comes the snap. Going to hand off once again. Ooh, nice hit right there from the linebacker for South Laurel. Couldn't see what number that was. Met Howard right at about the line, so going to be no gain on the play. Going to bring up 4th and about 10. Clock still running, 3:55 to go. Harlan County on top by a score of 43-7.
Is this going to be Harlan County's first punt of the game?
I do believe, I'm about sure this is the first punt of the game for Harlan County. I'm trying to see who that is back there punting.
I was looking at.
The way he's wearing the shirt, it reminds me of Carter Howard.
It does look like Carter.
Because I noticed he has a lot of white hanging out of his shirt. Well, there's going to be a flag on the play. I believe they're going to be. It's either going to be offsides or a false start. I'm not sure what they're going to call here. False start against the Black Bears. That's going to back us up 5. And that's going to bring it to 4th and about 14 now. So we'll still be punting here. So it's going to be 4th and long, back to punt again. Do believe that is Carter Howard back there to punt. Here comes the snap. I tell you what, this is something tricky too, is holding on to that ball in that rain. Carter punts it out to the right side, and it takes a little Black Bear roll, and it's going to roll all the way across midfield, all the way down to about the 43.5-yard line. So it'll be Cardinal ball, 1st and 10. Looks like we have a player down on the field for South Laurel. Didn't see what happened. I was watching the ball, but he's down. So Harlan County players immediately taking a knee for this down player. So with this, we'll take you to the station for a quick commercial break. You're listening and watching on 105.1 WTUK.
Harlan County Community Action Agency Transportation Department, located at 319 Camden Street, provides transportation for citizens of Harlan County for medical appointments, jobs, veterans, public transportation, education, and inner-city Greyhound bus connections. Harlan County CAA has both ambulatory and wheelchair-accessible buses to fit all of our clients' transportation needs. If you need a ride or further information, call our dispatcher at 573-5335, extension 244. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Looks like a couple players are helping the young man off the field. Hopefully he'll be okay, and it'll be nothing serious. It'll be 1st and 10 now for South Laurel. They've got good field position, but the clock is not in their favor right now. We got 2:15 to go, down 43-7. This is one of those games where, with the rain making things slick, you got to be careful. You don't want injuries right now.
Yep.
You got a long season. This is just the first game of the season. You got to be careful out there. Got trips to the left. Here comes the snap, and he's going to get a quick pass out to number 23, and that was Larkey. The ball kind of was a low pass and wasn't able to hold on to it, and I'd say the rain sure didn't help things there.
Yep, I was about to say not to harp on the rain, but that was a pass that you've seen them be able to make earlier in the game.
One thing I'm liking that I am seeing is these Harlan County players are running through each play, though.
Yep.
I saw players still running to the ball all the way back here from the safety position, so I like seeing that. I like seeing these players hustle through a play, not half do it. They're
yep.
and it's all about the energy level, and they've had it this game. Here comes a pass out in the flat. Number 19 did a little slant to the right side. That is Hammock right there, Jackson Hammock. Nice little move, nice catch by him. He picks up enough for a first down. Good throw right there from Mitchell as well. He picks up enough for a first down, gets it into Black Bear territory all the way down to about the 41-yard line of Harlan County. But only 52 seconds to go. Here comes a snap, fake, handoff, and he throws it there to number 19. That is Hammock. I believe that may have been Brown on that last catch, but Hammock gets that one, takes it all the way down to about the 27-yard line, and it's going to be another first down, but that clock is still continuing to roll. .25 seconds remaining in the game. Here comes the snap, but it sails over the head. He's trying to pick it back up, being pursued, and he's going to make a throw. He's got someone out there, and the ball sails through his hands out of bounds. I tell you what, that would have probably been a touchdown right there, but like I said, that rain causing all kinds of issues to hold on to the ball right now.
Yep. Impressive play, though, from the quarterback.
It was a good job to recover.
To recover that ball, then get out to the outside.
But time has now expired on the clock, and Harlan County comes away winners. Final score, well, the scoreboard's going a little crazy right now, but I do believe it was 43-7 was your final score. So with that, Harlan County moves to 1-0 on the season, and South Laurel starts the season 0-1. We'll take you back station for a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment on 105.1 WTUK.
This is Jane Simonton Hendrickson asking you to re-elect my husband of 46 years, Kent Hendrickson, as Harlan Circuit Judge. A lifelong Harlan Countyan, family man, coal miner, highly skilled lawyer for 32 years, and your circuit judge for nearly 8 years, he has served you with steady obedience to the law, fairness, integrity, and Christian principles. Make your vote count. Let's keep Kent our circuit judge in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
When it comes to floor covering, one name has stood the test of time: Harlan Carpet Mart. Harlan Carpet Mart continues to offer all types of floor covering, including residential and commercial, with professional installation and always free estimates. Located on US 119 at Baxter, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call today for your floor covering needs. 573-2563 or 573-3027.
Donnell's Pharmacy in Harlan and Donnell's Tri-City Pharmacy in Cumberland are your partners in healthcare. We offer fast in-person service, free delivery, and convenient drive-through. Flu and COVID vaccines, free daily dose packaging, online refills, and synchronization of your prescriptions so that you can get them all filled on the same day. Call us today, 573-4550 in Harlan and 589-0007 in Cumberland. One call is all it takes.
When feeding your family, you always want quality foods at a price you can afford. At Don Super Saver, you will always find just that. Don Super Saver takes pride in being always fresh, always friendly.
Check out some of this week's specials. In the meat department, USDA inspected fresh loin-end pork roast, $1.29 a pound. Navel oranges, 98 cents a pound. Farm fresh green peppers, 2 for $1. Prices valid through August 23rd.
This is Harlan Circuit Judge Kent Hendrickson. I have worked hard for almost 8 years to restore stability and trust in the court as I promised you I would. I love this community and I will continue to work tirelessly to improve the caliber of justice in our county. Together, we can ensure that everyone having business before the Harlan Circuit Court is treated fairly and equally without exception. I ask you for your vote to re-elect me, Kent Hendrickson, your Harlan Circuit Judge, in November.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Kent Hendrickson.
Harlan County High School is pleased to announce the addition of several high-level mathematics classes with an in-person instructor for the current school year. Courses include advanced placement calculus, trigonometry, probability and statistics, pre-calculus, as well as physics. Dr. Kevin Harris is the instructor for these classes. Any current or new students interested should see their guidance counselor as soon as possible to take immediate advantage and enroll in these classes.
Hearthside Bank in Harlan is a proud supporter of Black Bear sports.
This is Gary Henson with Hearthside Bank, wanting to wish the Harlan County Black Bears a fantastic season. Go Black Bears.
Hearthside Bank with 2 Harlan locations, Village Center Mall and Cumberland Avenue downtown. Member FDIC.
Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. Howard Heating and Air Conditioning specializes in heat pumps, central heating and cooling, replacement systems, and new installations. Phone 573-2944 for Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Amana dealer. When it's time to replace your heating and cooling system, remember Howard Heating and Cooling, 573-2944. Building or remodeling, Howard Heating and Air Conditioning, 573-2944, your authorized Amana dealer.
Welcome back to Harlan County High School, where they're presenting the First Priority Bowl players of the game, and the overall player of the game was number 2, Jonah Swanner. Your defensive player of the game was Josh Sargent, number 17, and your offensive player of the game, who did they give the offensive to?
I think it was Thomas.
Thomas Jordan got the offensive player of the game. See, I lost right there, but we're going to do our own player of the game here, sponsored by Black Bear Tire. And I'm going to have to turn this into a players of the game. You know, we talked about this, and this was a hard one to decide because this game, Harlan County jumped out on top early. They were up big, ended up winning the game 43-7. They're winners of the First Priority Bowl. So many players we were talking about in this discussion. You had Thomas Jordan, you had James Ryan Howard, you had Jonas Swanner, you had Josh Sargent, you had so many, the offensive line, the defensive line. So when we started breaking things down, I said, we got to do a players of the game here, and I'm giving it to the defense. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great decision. I mean, they were great from start to finish. They didn't budge anytime their back was against the wall as far as field position. They always came through, and you could name countless guys. And I won't do it because it's kind of scary. But you could name so many guys that made big plays throughout the night.
And I'm just thinking of the interceptions alone. I believe Spurlock had one. I believe Swanner had one. Sargent had one, and Luke Kelly had one. So that's 4 interceptions right there on defense. So, and that defensive front and those linebackers kept pressure on the quarterback the entire evening. So I'm going to give our players of the game, the Black Bear Tire players of the game, goes to the entire Harlan County Black Bear defense, because I'm telling you what, they did not allow a touchdown. What amazed me is the halftime stats. Had allowed 0 yards of rushing and only like 32 yards of passing. The Black Bear defense do deserve players of the game. So I got to give them props right there. players of the game, Black Bear Tire players of the game, the entire Harlan County Black Bear defense. Some other quick scores to pass along to you. Pikeville on top of Corbin now, 12-0. Another lightning delay for Bell County. They're saying that Pikeville and Corbin game, it sounds like a tight one, like a slugfest, like it's an offensive struggle, but Pikeville's now on top 12-0. I've not heard any other updates on a few of the other scores. There's several games that have had lightning delays, so there's different things going on like that. But we look ahead, Harlan County, another home game next week. They're going to be facing off against, I do believe it's Hazard. Hazard's going to be rolling into town. Last I saw, Hazard was on top of Middlesboro. So going to be interesting to see the change-up. You know, Hazard overpowered us with a little speed last year. Max Johnson all over the place. Harlan County now showing a little of that speed and that. I tell you what, the grit they had out there tonight, just the electricity on the field, they were ready for this game. So, yeah. I mean, Coach McCreary's got to be happy with the outcome of this one.
He does, and that's something that you expect out of your team in your home opener in game one. And they didn't disappoint at all, but what they'll have to do is they'll have to try to bring that same energy into the Hazard game.
And it's going to be another interesting game to watch. I can't wait to watch that one. Once again, big shout out to Michael Scott here running all the commercials, running the camera for us tonight. Done a great job. Shout out at the station, Sean and Kerrigan doing the things behind the scenes. Appreciate you guys. And Cam, I've had a blast, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. I have too. I've had no better way to spend my Friday night.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I can talk you into coming and doing this again. Maybe even letting you pop in some interviews when we start doing basketball here.
Hey, I'm ready for that. Just call me over. Give me a wave.
But, folks, we hope you guys have had a wonderful evening. We thank you for tuning in. Like we said, we're not the greatest wealth of knowledge for football, but we've had a fun time tonight calling this game, and the Black Bears come out on top by a final score of 43-7. We hope each and every one of you have a great evening, and God bless.